Hey guys, what's going on? Everybody else will be on very shortly. Just a slight delay here, so my apologies for that. I am Joshua Fers, of course. Time Shoaff's on the way. Brian Maxwell on the way. Very possibly Josh Burns. Talked to a couple other people as well. So we should have kind of a full house here very, very, very shortly. Hope you guys are enjoying the fights. It's been several good fights so far. Like I said, everybody will be on shortly. This is the live Fightcast, by the way. So this is a little more informal of a show than our normal show, the Gentleman's Hour. So, which airs every. We do a new episode every Wednesday. So the Fightcast is a little more informal, just hanging out. Grab a drink, grab a snack. Nothing formal. Just hanging out, talking, shooting the shit, chatting, all that good stuff. And actually, speak of the gentleman, and he shall appear. Let me go ahead and bring in Mr. Tom Shoaff here.
Hello.
There he is.
I made it.
What's up, brother?
Just fucking running around like a chicken with his head cut off, trying to get all this stuff squared away.
What's going on? You got a haircut.
I did. I got my hairs all cut,
I see that, man.
Looking like a gentleman again, being respectful, respectable, all that good stuff.
Looks good.
Well, thank you very much.
Yeah, no problem, man.
I'm trying to get logged in.
It's going really good. Let's see. I just looked to Finding the Fights, came across this. David, we appreciate you, brother. Yeah, we've been doing some live Fightcasts every week now. Last few shows in a row. So we typically do a weekly episodic show. Me and Tom Shoaff, the Gentleman of Violence, of course. We do a weekly show. We do these Fightcasts. It's a little bit different. Like I just said, very informal. Just hanging out. Like I said, grab your tasty beverage of choice, if you will. I bought some. I bought some hard Mountain Dew. I've been wanting to try it out. So.
All right, not bad.
Yeah, I didn't want anything too crazy. I like just wanted something tasty, kind of,
Yeah, no, I get it. Something
kind of hit the palate a little different tonight. We appreciate you for tuning in. Please, if you're watching us on Facebook or YouTube, which we are streaming on both, hit the follow button, like us, subscribe if you don't mind. To those of you who are watching, we really appreciate it. Rob, what's going on? What's up? Yeah, put us side by side. Like I said, we're just hanging out. Put us side by side to the stream,
Indeed.
Zion, what's up, man? What's up?
Okay. We're back. We're in officially, guys.
We should have a full house tonight. We got a few people coming in, so matter of fact.
Beautiful. So the fight's been going pretty well. I haven't seen anything. Literally, just got home, got my suit on.
Yeah, fights are going good. I think we're on like the third fight of the main card.
Okay. I'm looking at looks like Sawyer and Henry, Shavers and Henry.
Yep. Shavers and Henry. That's what we're watching.
37 seconds.
I'm at 30 seconds, but
okay, yeah, I'm about 3 seconds behind you. That'll work.
Well, that evens out because I think last week you were like 10 seconds ahead of us. So
I was indeed. I got the good.
You're pretty far ahead
last time. That makes sense though. They were closer to me. Where are they for this one? They're in New Orleans. So they're
New Orleans.
Maybe we're right smack dab in the middle. Oh, nice right hand. So what's been going on with you, Josh? Anything new exciting going on this week?
Not much, man. Me and the wife went out for a nice dinner tonight. We had a nice little dinner. Yeah,
Hear that? That's
a nice little dinner. Had some good food, good company.
Nice.
Came home and joined the fights.
Well, good. That sounds like a wonderful evening.
Hey,
Not a bad way to spend your
it,
Friday.
it don't get much more, don't get much more better than that.
I understand wholeheartedly, good sir. I'm gonna get my stuff moved around here a little, finagled a little better. I'm gonna say, man, I'm running around like a chicken with my head cut off today. Ooh, body shot. That's what got him. Been super busy at work and with the gym stuff, and taught until 8, and then had to get the gym cleaned up before I got out of there.
All good, man.
I got on here before 9 o'clock, but I'm glad I did. I'm excited about these fights, man. I'm really excited about that. Who is that? Bobby Taylor versus
James Lilly.
yeah, James Lilly.
Yeah, that's gonna be good.
I'm really excited about that one. And then
well, Lorenzo's in the crowd, so I expect him to. I guess they're gonna full blown make the play for the heavyweight title fight, man. I think they're gonna make it happen.
I can't tell him how to live his life. He's what, 9-1, 8-1, something like that. You know, like I can't tell him how to direct his career, bro.
No, you know what? Yeah, Brad Kelly and Caleb Harris. That's also going to be a banger.
Yeah, that's going to be a great fight, man.
100%.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that fight too. I think that's one of those styles make fights.
Oh my God, yeah.
Stylistically, they're so different that it'll be really interesting to see how that plays out.
And they're both fucking tougher than a $2 steak, man.
No doubt about that. No doubt about that one bit, man. You know what else I'm looking forward to? Speaking of people who are tougher than $2 steaks, at the main event next week, Jake Lindsay versus Connor Tierney.
Yeah, it's gonna be really good, man.
Yeah, it's gonna be really exciting. I'm looking forward to it.
I'm really excited. Yeah, like that's both of those guys. I'm really excited to see what comes out of that. Just to see, it's a big test for both of them.
Mm-hmm. I think it's a bigger test for Connor than it is for Jake. But with this sport being so new to Jake, I think that'll be a test in itself. Because Connor's got a lot of bare knuckle experience. You know, he's a younger guy, and Jake said, had high level MMA experience and stuff like that. So
yeah,
I think the lightning combination.
Yeah, he's laying it on him.
The difference in fight experience versus bare knuckle fight experience, that'll be something that'll come into play for that Jake Lindsay Connor Tierney fight. But either way, man, it's gonna be a great fight. This the gentleman in the red shorts here, he's doing well this round. This guy in the blue corner is not very happy. Regretting his decisions. Do you know what venue they're at for this?
I do not. I do not.
All right. Fair enough. Worth a shot. So where'd you guys go for dinner tonight?
It's like a it's kind of it's kind of like a sports bar place, but like they have really, really good food.
Okay.
And they got literally a little bit of everything, but like everything is so damn good. I mean, they got like burgers and ribs and I like they got wings, they got pasta. I mean, they got a little bit of everything, but it's
but everything's top notch.
Everything is fucking good.
I got you.
I guess if I had to, I would probably put it like the like really high quality like bar food, like high quality bar food kind of stuff.
I got you. I understand that well, man. I come from I grew up in the Midwest, so all of the bars have to have good food, otherwise they go out of business. You know, you go to all the houses, all the distilleries and stuff like that. They all have, 3 and 4 star chefs in the kitchen half the days of the week. So I got a good idea what you're talking about.
I'm gonna tell you something, man. A good bar food is tough to fucking beat anywhere.
I agree. It's comfort food at its finest, man. It's fatty, it's greasy, it's hearty, it's wholesome, it's heavy.
Yeah.
When you're like boozed, it'll just slow everything down and get you, fairly sobered up. Yeah, man. It's hard to beat good bar food.
Tough to beat.
Man, this guys can't keep their mouth guards in and save their lives today.
There he is.
Looks like Shavers is starting to put it on a little bit this fight. Or I should say this round. Henry looks like he's starting to fatigue a little bit. What round is this? Is this 4?
4.
Okay. Got my thing on my screen here. Can't see it. Go away. Fucking gay. It's getting serious. Alright.
It looks like they got a pretty good crowd tonight.
Yeah, man. I mean, yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, nice big crowd. Oh, nice uppercut.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he's getting up from this one.
That's it.
That was a clean uppercut.
Super clean.
Indeed. Oh man. Anywho, I gotta find. Hold on, let me look up the fight card here. Yeah, I know. Is there New Orleans fight card? All right. Okay, yeah, so we're still pretty early. Well,
Yeah,
hold on.
for sure.
What happened with Angel Core and Bosnick? That says that it was a draw?
Yeah, that was the one that went to a draw.
Okay. Wait, is this Cody Skiev? Is that who fought Samus?
What are you looking at? Which fight? What?
Samus versus Skiev, the first fight on the main card.
Right.
I know this Skiev kid. I trained with him a couple of times back in Illinois and Indiana.
Yep.
I didn't realize he had crossed over.
Yep.
Didn't work out too well for him. That'll happen. All right. So we had 2 draws tonight.
Yeah, that's what I've noticed, Rob. I've noticed that like last week Tom was, I swear he was like a whole 30 seconds in front of, well, Tom was probably like 10, 15 seconds in front of me.
Yeah, I was standing up losing my mind.
Right. And then I was like 10, 15 seconds in front of Brian. So none of us were on the same wavelength there.
Yeah. I think a lot of it, man, and this could just be me being completely ignorant when it comes to how the internet works. But I think a lot of it is like distance from location. So like their last one was in New Mexico, and that's only about 8 hours for me, but that's like 16 or 17 hours from you. So I was getting to see.
Oh God, further than that, man.
Yeah, so it's like even further, you know. So like
Shit.
that makes sense why I was ahead, you know.
Oklahoma, where you're at, it's about if I were to drive straight, it's about 18 hours.
Oh, for you, yeah, for here, yeah, 24, yeah, so 24 hours from New Mexico, because that's about 8 hours for me. Yeah, so I think that's what a lot of it is. I think the further you are away from where it's being streamed from, the lesser signal you're gonna get. But this is that fight, man. I can't wait for this one. Dude, and that black guy that they just showed Jake Lindsay fight, that's fuck, what is his name? Derek Finley. He's a professional boxer, man. He's been fighting for a long time. I used to do a lot of training and stuff with those guys back in Indiana. That's Superman. He holds a lot of a lot of fights in Indiana, and Jake pieced him up. Jake beat him up, man. So as I said, this is gonna be such a good fight.
I was
Conor,
watching.
I mean, obviously, Conor's fought. I feel like Conor's fought two people that are very similar to each other, stylistically, two very similar people. But he's done well both times. So, like, so this is going to be a really good fight. I don't know anybody else on the card, but that one's going to be tough.
Sort of unrelated, but I guess because he fought him, I was reading. Oh my God, I was reading where Joe Elmore was.
Did you hear he's being inducted
to
the Bare Knuckle Boxing Hall of Fame? Not like an official inductee, but he's being awarded at the Bare Knuckle Boxing Hall of Fame. Like, the guy's 1-3. And everybody's gonna be like, no, Tom, he's 2-2. But it's like, no, that guy's 1-3. Come on. He's got the same record I had before I moved down to 155 pounds. What are you giving him an award for? Okay, baby. I need to take a kiss, though. I love all the kisses. So let's take a kiss. Okay, I'll come out of the thing.
Oh.
Yeah, we're cute and stuff. We know. All right. What's going on now? Somebody's walking out. What's card over here? I need to switch back and forth.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I know he's looking for a fight, big time.
Who's looking for a fight? Which one?
Elmore. I know he's looking for a fight.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he should be looking for a fight.
Oh, here we go. We got big man.
No, he's two.
Josh the Hammer Burns.
Now. Josh,
what's up, man?
What's going on, guys?
What's going on, Josh?
What's up, big boy? What's going on?
Hey, man, just watching these fights, man. Hanging out.
What's going on with you?
Just living the dream, brother. Living the dream. Getting ready for April 1st and trying to get back in the form. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I agree completely.
How did all that come about, man?
Well, let's just say that 22 was just a bad year for me all around. I probably shouldn't have been fighting with all my bullshit going on in my life.
Yeah.
Instead, I did it anyways. As you guys clearly saw, I came in pretty fat both fights and was not in shape. But this fight actually, I think it was Dean Toole. I think it's DC's boys, the one that reached out and asked if we would do a glove match. I mean, since DC ran from me with bare knuckle, and I'm assuming he thinks it's safer to do bare, boxing. I don't know, but I mean, I accepted it in under 5 minutes. Just said, send me a pizza and 12 wings, and I got it. And obviously joking, but it took them an entire week to get their own contract signed. So it's kind of funny, actually, to be honest with you. So there's a very strong disdain that I have for DC. It's probably twice that of Sam Shoemaker. So, and
wow,
I love the box, and I'm fighting a football player. I mean, his own ex-coach, who's an his own ex-coach was Vander Z, boxing coach, said he didn't get a fighter. This is that Knucklemania. His own coach said, I didn't get a fighter. I got a football player. And this is a guy that had, 15 pro fights as an MMA fighter. So his own coach said, I didn't get a fighter. I got a football player. So if that don't tell you fucking loads and story, then, obviously you ain't paying attention. So I just can't wait. I can't wait to.
Well, let me ask you this. If you don't mind, because I mean, I knew, the whole thing with you and Shoemaker, all that build up and all that. I didn't know there was is it super personal? Did something happen with you and Kleckler, or is it just kind of stuff that's just kind of built up over the years? Or just
I would say it all, obviously it all starts with one, pulling out of a fight with a fake injury. See, the fun part is I saw him the night that I fought. Now, hey, I lost to Frank Tate. Probably took a fight I shouldn't have. Tate was already on the card, fighting a guy my size. Right. And my dumb ass, I'm just like, oh, sure. I didn't know who he was. You can ask Dave and Nate. I didn't even ask who the opponent was. I was like, fuck yeah, I'll fight. That's what we're here for, And I thought I was in good shape. So, and went in there, and it only took only took one punch from Frank to change the whole tempo of the fight. And Tom knows same as I do. It only takes one good shot in bare knuckle, and you can find yourself behind quite quickly mentally. Like, whether you can take it or not, that has nothing to do with it,
Right.
And so I watched him walking around unassisted, no problems, claimed a hamstring injury. I tore my hamstring, bro, I got my master's exercise phys. You really want to try to tell me you have a grade 1, 2, 3, and you're walking around unassisted, you're just fine, laughing, having a good time? You're full of shit. Whatever it was enough to scare him out of the fight to where he didn't want to fight, which is cool. It's a business. It's smart. He was smarter than I was by pulling out, and I didn't. But from that point forward, it's just it's his entire Kleckler clown crew, as I like to call him. You've got this boy that's been fighting the IFL, the Island Fight Leagues, which is a feeder into the UFC, a feeder into the Bellator. And this boy didn't go nowhere. Look what he looks like. This dude's a fucking Greek god. He looks amazing physically. That if he actually had skill sets and actually wasn't juiced the fuck up, he would go somewhere where he, hey, I got a shot. He clearly didn't go in here. This is all my own opinion, but you look, I fought in Bellator. I signed with UFC. Obviously, never fought for them, but then Bellator picked up my contract. Look, at the end of the day, if you were something, Dean Toole's a great promoter. He knows exactly how to utilize his tools, and he did a great job. Probably made lots of money off that guy since he's a local guy, has the look. But the guy's fought tomato cans pretty much his whole life. Let's just be honest. And whenever he gets into a real fight, just like when I said he fought AJ, I said, you know what? Now Frank, I think Frank Tate was a real fight too, but I think that. You can say whatever you want to say. It just wasn't a Frank Tate night. But when he fought AJ, you're going to fight a dude that's got some heart, and he ain't going to go anywhere. And as soon as he got into that little thing, he got a little bit pompous when he knocked him down with a jab. I'm sure Tom would agree with this. AJ was off balance. He was square. It wasn't like it was some massive shot. AJ was like, fuck, caught me. And you can see it on his face. Like, I got caught. Okay, cool. Got up, put that pressure on him. What does he do? He panicked. DC's a panic fighter. You put him in the corner, he panic swings, starts swelling, pulling sand from his pocket, swinging. I'm sure he's strong. I'm sure he's athletic. But the biggest thing you need in the fight game is heart. And I think that boy lacks so much heart. That's why he failed at football. That's why he failed at being an MMA fighter. And that's why he's failing at being a fucking, bare knuckle fighter. Look at the fights. I mean, look at the fights. Look at the fights. Look at the fights he has. I mean, let's put his opponents. The only guy that's credible would be Tate, and that's because I lost to Tate, and then Tate smoked fucking Joey. So like, oh shit, Tate's got a little something in the tank, And but besides that, he fought nobodies. Think about it. Like, look at this, everybody. And when he lost, he took 4 years off. So that's not even a that's my opinion, my breakdown of it. But he also has got the fucking, he's got all the Kleckler clown crew sucking off hind tit on him, thinking he's some great fighter when he's done nothing. So, I legit look forward to fighting him in boxing, since he ran from me in bare knuckle. And I think it's telling as well that his Hall of Fame coach dropped his ass. So yeah, we'll see. I'm gonna leave it at that. There you go.
All that said, you're really excited for this fight.
If I can stop this dude, if I can hurt him, I
don't know why you're saying this, man. You're fighting 8-ounce gloves, brother.
Yeah, well, I think 10.
10 ounces.
Yeah, we got 10s, but
still 10 ounces, bro. Come on, you get inside, you do what you like to do, which we all know you can do. Just like you said, testing somebody's heart is probably the biggest test in this sport. And if you don't have it in you, if you're not built to be a fighter, all it takes is a couple of those shots. Exactly what you said with AJ. AJ took that jab. He's a little off balance. He's like, okay, all right, you got me, but now I got to get it back. And as soon as he started to put that pressure on him, he folded. That's how it happens.
100%.
And it comes down to heart. So, yeah, man, put those gloves on, strap in there. You ain't got to worry about cuts.
Right.
Get in there and start ripping hooks, baby.
My biggest yeah, no, and I think we all know, especially this last year proved, and it's my fault. This is a pretty crazy fight, but my fault alone for not being in shape. I can't blame anybody, but look in the mirror and look at myself and going in there being fat and out of shape, taking both guys lightly. And yeah, good shot.
Yeah.
But yeah, the dude, the black and red.
I was about to say, how many times are you going to let him run off the mat to put his hands down?
Right.
Yeah.
He's just
But no,
that's a
man,
lot.
that's for now. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's for the boxing card that has like what's his fucking name?
Roy Jones.
Yes,
Roy,
yes.
yeah, Roy Jones, Anthony Pettis.
And Anthony Pettis
Yep.
and all those guys. That's that one. Very cool, man. That's awesome.
Yeah.
You said that's on the 1st?
Yeah, April 1st, it'll be in Milwaukee where the Milwaukee Bucks play. I can never pronounce it. It's like Pfizer Arena where the Milwaukee Bucks play.
If it's the big pharma company, then it's Pfizer.
Not Pfizer. It's FISZER or something. FISZER or something like that. So
yeah, not even gonna try to pronounce that.
Yeah.
Fister?
Fair enough.
No, there you go. Yeah, well, there you go.
I'm with it.
But yeah, no, it's gonna be good times, man. Boxing's always once you get to put the, as I call them, the bitch mitts on, you actually technically your PSI goes up with punching power because oh Jesus, this poor dude just doesn't.
You can actually throw punches. Like
right, you have a bigger surface of contact surface. So basic physics, you have a higher PSI output. So I can actually hit this boy even harder, and I just don't even think he's smart. I just literally think that he blew his wad in the BKFC. Dean Toole knows he blew his nut. You know, they're talking shit about the BKFC, so I don't know if he'll ever come back because his wife's running their mouth about him. So, you know, that's the thing with DC. He's like that little quiet church boy and lets all his little cronies talk for him. And then so they're gonna get him fucking killed. Like I'm telling you, it's boxing. If I can keep you up on your feet, I'm going to try to break every fucking bone in his face. I'm going to try to hurt this guy. So it's his done over. So, and it's all about me being in shape. That's what it is. Number one thing, in my honest opinion, I'm probably one of the toughest heavyweights, if not the best heavyweight in the world, if I'm in shape. If I'm not in shape, it's a 50-50 crapshoot. That's just the God's honest truth.
I can understand that completely, man. I was watching a podcast many moons ago, and it was with George St. Pierre, and he had said that there's a pyramid to being able to fight, and it's broken down into 3 sections. And the base of that pyramid, the bottom of that pyramid, the most important foundational factor is: are you in shape? Do you have the cardio and the endurance and the muscle stamina to make it through the time period that you need to make it through? If you have that, then we can move up to the next stage, and that's knowing what to do and when. And then if you can do that, you move up to the next stage, and that's knowing how to do it and why. So you do what to do and when, you know how to do it and why, and you've got the shape to keep you through. You'll be able to make that fight, you know, the way that you want to do. But just like you were saying, man, if you're in shape, you've got the potential to be the best in the world.
Correct.
But that's what it comes down to, being in shape. So I'm glad you're taking that part seriously, man. That's awesome. Good for you.
Yeah, no, I can't. It's quite embarrassing looking at the last 2 fights that I had with Lopez. And I mean, Lopez is tough. You know, DJ's tough, but in my opinion, I should beat them both 9 out of 10 times. And I went in there. If you looked at me, I looked like an overweight power lifter. And I took everything these guys could throw at it. Can't you think? You know, I took everything, but I just had no cardio. I couldn't. DJ physically ran from me in the Trigon, which is a smaller ring. Physically ran from me, and I'm just too fat. I couldn't run him down. I was like, whatever, walk him down. And I got my face all cut up. You know, I look like hamburger meat.
My memory is not so great as it used to be. During the Lopez fight, you messed up your hand too, right? During the fight.
Yeah. They literally just called this fight the white boy just lost, who was dominating the whole fight.
Yeah.
No, when I fought Lopez, I broke my hand the very first round, but
that's what I thought.
I love Tony. He's a great dude. And Mike and those guys over. I love Dave and I love Mike. Both BYB and BKFC treat me great.
Yeah.
Excuse me. And I felt like I owed them because I was supposed to fight Godbeer, and it was obviously a last minute opponent, but I just knew, you know, Tony's a tough dude. He just don't hit hard. So I would be able to take the punches, but he's so gritty and he has such sharp knuckles. And I mean, my face literally looked like hamburger meat. And he's very smart. He switched to southpaw, and the number one tool any basic fighter is going to know, amateur, is if you're a southpaw, you're orthodox fighting a southpaw, your number one tool is your straight two. A straight 2 down the middle that's your main weapon. And I broke my right hand, I think, on like the first or second exchange we had. I didn't know at the time. I was like, "Ooh, that feels kind of weird." And then like Tom would know when you actually crack something, and all of a sudden your hand feels like linguine. You're like, "Loop," like, "Oh shit!" Like, all right, that's not good.
And it was about that much.
Yeah. So then people were like, "Oh, well." I was holding the ropes. I had my hands on the ropes like this. And like, oh, his hand wasn't broke. Look at him holding his hands. I'm like, yeah, I can have my whole other finger broken. I can wrap it over the thing. You know what I'm saying? Adrenaline, everything's dumped. Like, I'm ready to rock and roll. So, but I felt like I owed it to BYB and Tony to keep it going. And at the same time, you know, Tony said the same thing. I was still dangerous all the way to the last fucking 10 seconds because all it took was one. But he's so savvy. Like, he eliminated this left arm. And it basically made me look like a walking punching bag. But it's my fault. Credit to Tony.
Well, I've always called Tony. He's like the fucking Terminator, man. He's just he's just tough to stop.
Oh, I mean, he walked right. Let me look what he did with Belcher. He walked through everything. He laughed at Belcher.
Right.
Has Tony ever been finished in a fight?
Well, he has. He did a professional glove bout before I fought him. You know, a couple months before I fought him with Kenzie, one of my buddies, Kenzie Morrison, is Tom Morrison's son. And Kenzie stopped it with a body shot. So in my mind, going into the fight, I was like, I'm going to go for his body because he doesn't train. He just comes like, that's just Tony's thing. He feels like he gets worse if he trains. So he just lives life the way he does it. He doesn't work out. He fights the way he comes in. And I just know that would make a softer body. And for some dumb reason, I go in there, throw like a half, not even a hard punch, like a half bolo punch. And it just cracks him on his brick of a head. Just snap my hand. I'm like, oh, that wasn't good.
Yeah, man, Tony, he's, and I don't mean this disrespectfully, but it's not going to come out as a compliment. He looks like one of those Easter Island Moais. Like, he's got such a prominent, square, just brick wall of a face. If you punch that, it's gonna hurt, man. It's gonna hurt.
Yeah, he's a tough son of a gun, you know. And Tony and I are boys, so you know, Tony came out by himself, and so a lot of people didn't know, and my coaches didn't like it. But I'm like, you know what? It's a last minute fight. We're gonna fight. You know, some highlights of DC quitting on his knees, hands and knees. But no shit. After we weighed in, Tony and I went to dinner together with my team. Had dinner the night before the fight. Then directly after the fight, we went and had dinner again. You know, I probably shouldn't be fighting people that I like friends, because it's just a different type of intensity. And you know, but even Tony said the same thing though. He goes, even though you weren't like angry at me coming after me, he's like, up until the last 10 seconds of that round, he goes, even the last round, I was still nervous. He goes, I was fighting, you know, and his exact words was, he goes, I was nervous. He goes, I didn't want you to hit me. And so a little victory, I guess, on my end, just more salt in the wound, I guess, because realizing that, you know, maybe if I had put it on a little harder or something, but you know, it is what it is. I shouldn't have been fighting that year. Just, I had a lot of personal shit going on, and you guys know how it goes. The fight game's 90% mental. So, I mean, shit, that's why I think that's why DC's made it so far, is because he's got a team around him. He's got everyone. He's got a complete yes man fucking community around him. And that's why when he faced AJ, look at him. He wasn't beat physically. He had a little scratch, had a little boo-boo on his eye. He's on his hands and knees like a bitch, looking at his corner, pointing at his eyes, going, oh, I can't. I can't. Like, what the fuck? That's a world heavyweight title. When I fought Mickey Terrell in London for the world title, my nose got ripped off, and this nose was flapping, and I kept going. I kept fighting. I fought harder because it's for a world fucking title. Now, yeah, they stopped it because of the blood, but they had to stop it. Like, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't a willing participant in quitting, you know? That's just my opinion. So no,
I completely agree with you, and this goes back to the heart conversation. You know, like there are fighters like, well, you and I. This is the best example we can get. You know, there are fighters like you and I who will get in there and who will get in the mix and take shots and take damage and bleed, but still want to win. It's like, look, I can get that. You know, like, that's what we're doing. We're fighting each other. One of us is going to get hit. One of us is going to bleed. Maybe both of us will get hit. Both of us are bleed. But my job is to not only fight you, but to fucking beat you.
Yeah.
And that is a mentality that starts at a very young age, man. And I don't want to put any sort of boundaries or anything on this, but what I can absolutely say is that when you have struggled for the things that you want from a young age, that's where that heart comes from. That's what's like, nah, man, you can beat me, you can break me, you can cut me, you can make me bleed, but I want this, so I'm going to take it from you. That's what that heart is. And a lot of guys just don't have that, dude. That's the difference between, like, fighters and martial artists. Like, martial artists are the definition of art. They make it look beautiful. And I love those people. I do. But I'm a fighter.
Yep.
Like, I don't care if it's ugly. I don't care if you bleed. I don't care if I bleed. I don't care if you hit me 99% of the time. But if I land that one shot, put you down, motherfucker, I win. I'm a fighter. And I think that a lot of people are artists now. A lot of people are martial artists now.
No, I agree. It's funny. My 10-year-old son just gave me a note that said, "You and Tom don't stop because you're men." Hey, Gabriel, let me see that note real quick, just so I'm not bullshitting.
He's a smart man.
He could hear. He wrote, "You guys didn't stop because you're men."
You're absolutely correct. You got a good father right there. He's put good lessons.
But yeah, no, I mean, I completely agree. And heart's one of those things you just can't teach. It's either you got it or you don't. You know what I'm saying? And you just see it. You see it, and when you surround yourself with people that are just going to tell you everything you want to hear, not a good thing. Especially in this game, like that's where that's why I fell in love with bare knuckle. MMA was more of a hobby. Shoot, I'm financially blessed. I was doing quite well. And so I was fighting in Bellator, taking fights on 4 weeks' notice against Bobby Lashley and shit. I didn't care. I was just having fun. I'm like, yeah, this is cool, having fun. But when I got to go to the UK and I got to do bare knuckle, I lost my debut. I lost a split decision to Harry Miles, who's a real good boxer over in the UK, 6'5", big, strong dude. But I fell in love with it because this is a fight. This is not boxing, Yeah. So boxing's an art. It's an art. And you can that's why I would never really fight like a guy like Fury or any of these real good boxers or Deontay's, because I'd get my head boxed off because I'm not a boxer, I'm a fighter.
Yeah, it's a different game. It's a different game, wholeheartedly.
Yeah.
If I can touch on that conversation, we were watching last week's fight and Austin Trout, 2-time world champion. I'm watching him in there with fucking Diego Sanchez. And I'm like, yo, give me this fight. Give me this fight. Like in a bare knuckle fight, I'll take it any day of the week. In a boxing match, now I gotta think about the payday, think about my closing times, how long of a training camp do I have, things like that. But no, I'm right there with you, man. Like boxing is an art and it's beautiful, and MMA is an art and it's beautiful. But what we do in bare knuckle and now how they're, changing the rules slightly over in BYB and BKB, that is a fight. It's very different. Yes, you have to be technical and talented and still be able to pull things off like an artist would, but the level of intensity and the speed in which it works, art's out the window now, man. Now it's a scrap. Now it's a fight.
No, I agree.
So
you guys watching this one?
Yeah, so we got LaBruza and Reese. I think LaBruza's fought before. Didn't LaBruza get finished? Like he was too tough for his own good and took a whole bunch of shots, and then the fight finally got called.
Yeah, I think he did, and I think Reese too. I think Reese lost. Didn't he lose his debut? Like he thought he won, and then he lost.
They're both 0-1. Yeah, they're both 0-1.
Yep.
Yeah. No, I agree with you. I remember Reese fighting briefly, watching this fight. And yeah, he landed some big shots, but then I want to say he got cut later in the fight and then quit. But LaBrusa is one of those guys. If I recall correctly, he's just super tough, and he just took shot after shot after shot, kept moving forward, and the doctor finally had to stop it because. Like I said, he's just too tough for his own good.
I'm actually going to look at this now.
Go Knucklepedia.
Hey man, I told you my brain ain't what it used to. I can't. It's hard for me to like. I used to be able to like remember shit right off the gate, but like now we're up to what 36 or like 40 events or something. I can't recall stuff like I used to. I'm trying to.
And you're spending time with your family and your wife, not really
I
paying attention.
know. I
I
know.
get it. People ask me about fights, and I'm like, what? That happened?
Jeez.
What are you talking about?
Like I can 90% of the time remember like the fight itself and the winner and the loser, but I'm like, how did it happen? Was it a knockdown? Was it a
Reese like that last right hand.
Yeah,
he took that hand, put his hand up like, whoa, hold on. I don't think he liked that one bit.
They both looked. I thought I was like the white boy looks like he's gonna gas in about another minute, but they both look tired.
That's what happened to LaBrusa in his first fight. He came out in the first 2 rounds heavy. I mean, look at all his muscle, bro. Yeah, he came out heavy. But I want to say it was around halfway through round 4. The guy that he was fighting just pieced him up, just kept touching him, putting him down, kept touching him, putting him down. And then finally the ref stopped it going into round 5. But I think this is the end of the fight right here. And he takes the right hand, and then he takes one back. Boom, right there. He puts his hand up like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Anyway, I don't know. I highly doubt anybody's on the same time frame that I am watching these fights.
I thought, yeah, almost perfect with me. I think I'm on the same timeline.
Just started the second round.
Yeah, I'm on 148, 147.
Oh, you're ahead of us by like 10 seconds.
You're about 2 or 3 seconds. He's down.
Yep, he's down. Yep.
He touched the ground.
Take a knee, bro. Fuck, take it.
And that's Glenn, right? God. His hand touched the ground. He should have already stopped it for a second.
Yeah, and I can attest to that. I've been hit multiple times in a fight where my hand touched the ground and the ref never stopped it. And I touched the ground and look at him. I'm like, okay, all right, here you go. That's how it works out that way,
That's it. He took his mouthpiece out. No?
Yeah. No, he spit it out. It's over. He's done. He's not getting up.
Oh, he's getting up.
Asshole. Way to make me look like an asshole. All right, maybe third time's the charm.
Oh boy.
That's gonna be it. There's no way.
Left hook.
Yeah, he's done. He's done.
Right hand, it's over.
Oh, what the hell was that? He just missed. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's done. He's done. Doing the push-ups.
Yeah. So now this is where I say about Hart, because I think the red corner physically was fine. I think physically was fine. I think mentally he broke, and that's my opinion. I don't think he was. I think he knew where he was. He just didn't want it anymore. He put it on him, but what he was putting on didn't slow the white boy down. And
I couldn't have said it any better myself. That's exactly right. It's once you come to the conclusion that nothing you have to offer can stop this person, you mentally give up. And you might stand there and be strong and get up and keep making it through the count, but your body language will show enough to where, just like the ref did here, he said, all right, you got up at 6, but I'm still going to call it off because you clearly don't want it anymore.
Like looking for a way out kind of thing.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. I mean, you look at that last punch, it was like a grazing right hand that he was already he was like falling away from so he didn't get hit and got grazed with, and obviously went under the bottom rope. His eyes were he was cognitive and completely there, just gave up.
Yep. You can't teach heart, baby.
No, that's the beautiful thing with bare knuckle. You're going to separate the men from the boys real quick.
Let's bring in Mr. Red Rims, Brian Maxwell. What's up, buddy?
Come on, Brian.
What up, dog?
What's up?
We're watching the fight, enjoying ourselves. What's going on with you?
Guys, real quick, if you're just tuning in, obviously Tom and myself, we got the Hammer Josh Burns, we got Mr. Red Rims, Brian Maxwell himself. I'm just tuning in, watching the fights, watching BKFC. So grab your tasty beverage, snack, whatever you got. We're just hanging out, nothing formal. We're just shooting the shit, talking the fights, whatever. We appreciate you tuning in with us. Share the stream if you could. That would be amazing. Like it, all that good stuff. We appreciate you.
It should be fun.
Josh, I don't think I've ever asked. I can't remember asking you the if you don't mind me asking about this, the Bobby Lashley fight.
Yeah,
That's a big motherfucker. Like how fucking strong was he? I mean, to be in there with him.
Surprisingly, they're probably one of the weakest physical people I've ever touched.
Really?
So trained with Brock Lesnar, a fucking rhino. Trained with Fight Bobby Lashley. If you watch Bobby and I get in there, like I said, I wasn't really, and it's my fault for not taking advantage of situations, but it was just fun just to be there. And when I got in there and I grabbed his arms, and out of fear, I didn't know, like it's a fight. I'm like, oh God, I've never been taken down in a fight. I'm like, and I squeeze him, and his elbows whoop, and his elbows touched, and he couldn't pull his arms apart. I'm like, oh wow, this guy's not as strong as he looks. And then obviously my corner, it wasn't my corner, it's his corner that said throw a knee. So what do? I try to throw a knee. He knee taps me. I go to my back for an entire first round. If you watch he had his two hands on my one arm the entire 4 minutes of the first round, and with two hands he couldn't move my left arm. So if that tells you anything, like he looks amazing.
Yeah,
he looks
impressive.
I think physically though, he's probably not as strong as he could be.
Wow.
So he's big for no reason.
Well, he makes millions off of all that juice, baby. You shoot that juice up on that booty, you look good. You look like a fucking Greek god.
As my coach would say, he has beach muscles.
There you go. There you go. But I can't say anything because I lost. Dan Murray out and made fun of me because Dan was like, "Why'd you tap?" I have like a huge fear of like suffocation and like I'm claustrophobic. So he's like, "Josh, get up!" And I was on my hands and knees in a second, and I stood right up with Bobby right on my back, and I start walking, and Bobby's like, "Oh, just one arm." Didn't even have it locked in. I'm like, "Tap." And Dan's like, "What do you like?" Literally to this day, Dan makes fun of me. He's like, "Why did you tap?" He's like, "He didn't have it locked." And I'm like, "Yeah, I had nothing. I thought he was choking me." so I can't say anything bad about him. I mean, you know what I'm saying? He won.
But yeah, Bobby Lashley in real life is a big ass motherfucker. I went to a wrestling event like 5 years ago when he was on TNA, I think. They had a wrestling event here. And we were sitting like right there at the gate up front, and he walked like right there, and I was like, "Yeah, bless this motherfucker." He was just lost.
He's a big dude. I don't know. I'm bigger than he is, so when we at our weigh-ins, I'm wider than he is, naturally wider than he is, and thicker than he is. So for me, I was like,
we got another guy here. You might know who he is.
Oh boy,
we got the champ, the Juggernaut. What's up, champ?
Oh shit.
What's good, champ?
Friends up. You can't just
what you doing, man? Kissing babies and signing autographs? What are you doing over there?
I never really know he's cool while not actually do our conversation.
Oh man, he doing too much. He being extra.
Cut him out. Get him out of it. Nobody wants to see that.
Hey, I can't hear shit, y'all. But I just wanted to hop on and tell y'all it's a lit ass show. What's up, Tom Stokes? What's up, big dog? I see you. Hey, your reaction video was funny as fuck.
Yes, sir.
I see y'all boys. We at BKFC. Say what's up to the fans.
That shit is pretty packed.
What's up, Josh Burns? When you getting your big ass back in here?
Soon, champ, soon.
Hey, Lorenzo. He can't hear me. He can't hear us.
Yeah, I told you, he can't hear you.
Champ, he can't.
Yeah, he can't hear shit. Hey man, you wanna know who else is big as hell in person? Kurt Angle's a big motherfucker too in person.
He is big.
It looks like a human brick wall in person.
All right, so I got to throw my 2 cents in there now. Biggest human being I've ever met in real life. Evan Tanner. I met Evan Tanner in 2006, just before he died. And it was, I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 months after he had just gotten knocked out. I don't know who the fuck he got knocked out by, but he got knocked out by something. So anyway, moral of the story is the man was fighting at 185 pounds and walked into the show in which I was fighting at 185 pounds because I was making my pro debut or my amateur debut. And this man was like this much taller than me and easily this much wider than me. And I was just like, how? How do you do it? Because I'm 186 pounds right now, and you're 2 of me. So like, how is this possible? Anyway, that's my addition to your guys' biggest people you've ever met. Before
when
he
we
died.
we were in Tampa. When we were in Tampa,
can you hear us yet, man?
Oh,
And tonight, this is BKFC.
Can you hear us, Lorenzo?
Columbus, Georgia.
yeah, I don't think I could hear us.
Here.
Look, we were at the BKFC fights in Tampa, and I think it's Braun Strowman. I got to meet Braun Strowman because he was thinking about coming over to bare knuckle. We were talking about training, and that's my 10-year-old son's one of his favorite wrestlers. And I went over to meet him, and you know I'm as wide. I feel like I'm as wide as he is, but he stood up, and boy, he was twice as thick as me. His fist was bigger than my head. It's just the nicest guy in the world, but probably the largest human being I've ever seen in my life. I was like, that's a big
Braun's
man.
fucking big too. Yeah,
That's a big man.
Hell yeah, I met him at a WWE show that they did here in my hometown. That dude made me feel like a midget.
Right. That's there's a picture with him and I look like the mini-me version of him standing because we're literally wearing the same clothes, same shirt, same pants, but I'm like the mini version and the bald mini version. He was huge. Ginormous person.
Because you're a very large man.
Yeah, I just wish I was like 6 inches taller.
Hey, bro, I totally understand your pain in the general sense. But what you have to understand from a fighter's perspective, which I'm sure you do, is that you can be 6 inches taller, but if I get inside, I'm knocking you the fuck out. It's because I got this weight in my hips. And dude, if I was 6 feet tall and 265 pounds, like man, I just like there's a reason God invented weight classes. Like,
well, I'm still cutting. I'm coming from 330. Okay, I'm cutting from 330 to come down to fight. So just so you know.
And point, like you have to cut weight to make the weight limit.
Yeah,
it's like Ben Rockwell, like everybody's talking about, and that guy's like 6'4", 300 fucking whatever pounds, and it's like, okay, if he were to get down to 265, you're talking about the most prime and in shape version of the most monstrous 265 pound man we've ever heard of.
Facts.
Yeah. Now,
he's a tough dude,
and that's what I'm saying. So can you get to 265? That's a whole nother question in itself. But if you do, holy shit, how terrifying.
Yeah. Well, you guys watch. My goal for this fight is 255. That would be my goal. So we're going to leave it at that. But Ben and I have talked in the past, and he's just a tough guy. But he's hit 265 for the UFC. It's whether it'll tell you whether or not he's taking it serious with the bare knuckle. I mean, of course he's going to take it serious, but is it as serious as he was in the UFC, where he wants to get to the 265 mark? Because that's a scary bend. That's an in shape scary bend. He's going to hit hard regardless, but if he dedicates and gets down there,
you can't take him down. That was everybody's saving grace back in the day, and that was why he focused so hard on his grappling. Like his grappling is astounding.
Heavyweight. Good Lord.
But no, you have to take that into account. It's like he pulled so much weight and so hard for so long to maintain that 265 that like Now you let him come in at 300 pounds like Bobo did, bro.
No, yeah.
Who the fuck do you think you are? Like,
It's a good first round.
That was
You
a
think so?
crazy ass round. Yeah.
yeah.
No, but it's the same thing with Hardy. Hardy had the same ideology though. Oh, well, you can't take me down. I can punch you. But we all knew Hardy had no. My opinion was, and I'll tell everyone right now, it's not a lie. I was offered that fight first, not Josh. They wanted me. Dave wanted me to fight him, and I was like, no problem, we'll fight. He told me March 17th. Dave came back 1 week later and goes, man, Hardy really wants to be on Knucklemania. I go, bro, that's like 5 weeks from now. It gives me a 4-week camp. I weigh 330 right now. I said, even if I go crazy and diet, I said, he goes, you don't have to make weight. I go, but I won't have conditioning. I know I can end it with one punch, but at the same time, if I'm out of shape, fatigue makes a coward out of any man. And I'm like, I'm never going to go into the fight after 22, after my year went. I said, I'll never enter a ring out of shape again. And I turned it down, and they were shocked. Trust me, the money they were offering and everything, I think they were shocked. And I'm like, I'm good. I'm straight. And then things happen. Next thing you know, I get the DC thing. So, but yeah.
Right.
Hardy had the same ideology, though. Oh, you can't take me down, so you got to stand with me.
Yeah, no, I'm not disputing that, but that's the thing Hardy took towards it, as opposed to the mentality that Rothwell took towards
Oh, yeah, night and day
Hardy
difference.
tried to box.
Yeah.
Rothwell was like, I'm bigger than you, I'm stronger than you, I'm faster than you, I'm gonna smash you.
Yeah.
And that's what he did.
And it's also heart, because as soon as Hardy got hit, he panic fought. He started panicking and tried to start swinging. That was a panic fight. Rothwell won't panic.
I completely agree. Here's my point: is that if Hardy would have went out and put that fucking "I'm just gonna put it on you" mentality on him, he wouldn't have been fought the same way that Watson fought him. Therefore, he wouldn't have the panic reaction that he had to have.
Agreed.
It's down to how you fight. And when you have the weight and the height and everything else to your size and advantage, like Rothwell did, he had the right mentality coming forward.
Yep.
Flip the weight classes, go to John Dodson. John Dodson versus Jared Grant. Everybody knows Jared Grant cannot fight on his back foot.
Yep.
Everybody knows that. If you put him on his back foot, he's fucked. It's the same with Sam Shoemaker. You put Shoemaker on his back foot, he doesn't know what the fuck to do. So
I don't know. I wouldn't know about the Sam Shoemaker thing. I really wouldn't know about the Shoemaker thing because I only threw one punch and the guy fucking went to sleep. So I don't know.
I knew that was coming.
I mean, let's be real. I mean, he's a mini DC. He's got surrounds himself with a bunch of yes men thinking he's tough. And a lot of people didn't know that fight was really for my boy Eric Prindle. Eric Prindle is like a brother to me. And he got his fame off of beating Eric. Eric has been knocked out like 7 times in his last 8 fights. And Eric was at the end of his rope, per se, at the end of the career. And to act the way he did, it infuriated me. That just helped. It just helped with the whole animosity towards him. So, but yeah, the Sam Shoemaker thing, I didn't know about the back foot thing because I hit him, made him miss, and one punch, and he went to sleep in 6 seconds, literally. So, but I agree with your assessment.
yeah, Jared Grant can't fight on his back foot. So again, when it comes to high level professions, high level fighters, people who know what the fuck they're doing, you've got the weight, the size, all of the advantages. You're gonna come forward.
Yep.
I don't see anybody in the heavyweight division. Rockwell makes 265. Being able to handle that.
Yeah.
I don't see it. Unless you run from him for 4 rounds, you pull a straight up ollie and you run from him for 4 rounds and then hope to knock him out in the 5th. I don't see anybody being able to compete with somebody that big.
Well, if I come back, I promise you I could compete with him. If he makes 65, I promise you I would break something on him because I'm not going anywhere. I promise you that.
I may just hold you to that promise.
This is a crazy fight. If you guys been watching this clear and sensely.
Yeah.
It's a good fight though, for real.
Yeah, these boys are throwing down.
Hey Tom, I just want to say you had the craziest reaction. It shit. I done watched it like 30 times.
Oh, that clip.
Yeah. I mean, it was a good clip, but I think I'll be completely honest with you. Your reaction was delayed because of my reaction. Like you were like, "Whoa, yo, hold on." Oh,
Hold on.
Yeah, my screen was behind by literally 6 seconds.
Yeah, I believe every bit of it because I was already on my feet behind my couch and holding my head by the time you were like, "Yo, what the fuck?"
Yeah, BKFC should have picked that up and made that shit go viral because that shit was crazy.
But they did because they're fucking turds.
I think I sent it to Dave. I think I'd sent it to Dave, but I don't think he said anything.
Man, you got to send it to the BKFC Instagram page.
Right. I don't remember that kid's name, but that's who you got to send it to.
I'm about to shamelessly promote something for you guys, but I'm going to send, if you guys want it,
Go ahead,
send
man.
you guys one.
Go ahead.
So I just had these made. They're called High Impact Gummies. I don't know if you can read that. The Hammer High Impact Gummies. Mark Craven and I with Terp House. So it's 50 milligrams of THC and 50 milligrams of CBD infused together. It took over a year to get the chemist to be able to put it together without a bad taste. And it's
that's a good combination.
And so I've got like I think that's like fruit flavor. There's yellow, green. But anyways, it's
big old plastic wrapper.
It's supposed to be a hammer. I don't know if you can see that.
Oh yeah, you can see it. Yeah.
So the hammer. Anyways, it's legally it's 5 servings. Most people, it's supposed to be broke up into 5 servings because that's the way you can legally sell it that much. Yeah. But anyways, so I got these bad boys on like $20, $25 a pop, and you guys make sure you send me your addresses, and I'm gonna send it to you. Tell me what flavors you want, and you guys tell me if you. I don't, and I'll be honest with you guys, I don't do this stuff. But the guys I work with, like, this is what they do, and everyone claims it's a big deal. So,
send it to us. We'll do it on stream, man.
Yeah, great.
And I'll go one step further with you, Josh. I have had some of the edibles from Terp House.
Yeah,
I've worked with them in the past when I was out in London, and their 100 milligram 50-50 batch of CBD and THC is stellar. It's fantastic. And I'll be completely honest with you, if you eat more than 4, you're probably going to sleep for about 16 hours.
Sounds about right.
Well, I'll probably start with the smallest serving, but I'll definitely try it.
So what I would recommend to everybody is to go with Josh's batch of these 50-50s at and you guys will be good to go.
Hey, I had those same ones you had, Tom, and that shit had me fucked up.
Dude, I still have them in my fridge because I'm like, I don't want this is too much.
I don't know anything about it. All I know is that a lot of people like to take it for like, because it's got the CBD, 50 milligrams of CBD, 50 milligrams of the THC, and they go, it's a nice mixture to, if you don't eat the whole thing, to like anxiety and stress. Me personally, I've done THC once in my life, and like a drink, like it was like a Kool-Aid. You're supposed to put water in it. It's like 100 milligrams.
Yeah.
And my girl drank half. I did half, and I just didn't like how I felt. I felt like I was on a merry-go-round, like spinning. So, and then when I was able to stand up and get up, I was hungry, and then immediately I had to lay back down. So obviously I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, so I didn't really care for it. But
that's not too far off. That's about
that pretty much sums up all of
that's not too far off.
It's just not for you.
But I bet you ate good though. I know you had the super munchies.
Oh, right. Bro, you dude, 20,000 calories cheat day, bro. No
Probably
joke.
Wait, Tom, do you keep yours in the fridge when you're not messing with them?
That's the best place to keep them because if not, they'll melt.
Yeah, well, depending on the drugs, I've got different stash houses.
Because like I've got like a bag, and I literally just leave it like in the room, like I just room temperature.
Yeah, you guys got to tell me too, because I literally just got my package, and I've got like 100 samples to start, and they're just put in the fridge. Okay, I will do that. I will put it in the fridge. Make sure you guys send me your addresses so I can send you guys stuff, and then you guys let me know. Because I mean, I'm in Detroit where dispensaries are everywhere, and I run a security company, so I run a couple of gentlemen's clubs, and I've got all the girls. Everyone wants them. They all want to pay for them, but I don't want to. It's got my name on it. It's got Mark Coleman's name on it. You know, because Mark gave me the name of the hammer. He passed it down, which was an honor. So I want to make sure the shit's good before I go, hey, look what I got. And then people are like, oh, that's some trash.
Yeah, I'll definitely promote them jams.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, I'll inbox you my address.
Yo, Josh, I saw. Is there any truth to I saw Shannon Rich posting about wanting to fight Mark Coleman.
Well,
is there anything to that?
Yeah, it's a professional wrestling match, not an actual fight.
Okay.
So yeah,
okay.
I've known Shannon a long time.
Yeah.
And to be honest with you, I think Shannon was, even though we're friends, Shannon wanted to fight because no one will fight him. And you know, and to be honest with you, I've known him a long time. He's not a heavyweight, you know, and I wouldn't fight him just because he's my friend. But he's an amazing self promoter, and the guy's trying.
No doubt about that. Yeah,
he's trying to get fights, man, and you know, he'll show up. You know, he can't promise how the fight will go, but he's gonna show up and he's gonna throw until he can't throw. So the thing with Mark is doing. You know, first of all, Mark's been sober over a year now, almost 2 years. Which
I
is
saw
amazing.
that he's gotten into better shape. He's
absolutely.
Yeah, I seen his Instagram. He looked like he'd been in the gym heavy.
Yeah, he's doing the 9 ancestral Tates through the Liver King. Liver King's a personal friend, and he's really helping him clean his diet up. He's sober. He's actually out at the slap fights right now. He's a catcher at the slap fights for Dana right now. He's going to probably do a celebrity boxing match here pretty soon, and they're trying to get. Now that he's got his head clear, he's off the drugs, he's off the alcohol. Like, he's a fucking maniac, bro. It's pretty awesome.
He's off the drugs and now he's a maniac.
Yeah. No, he's a fucking maniac, but trust me, you'll look at his IG and shit. He embarrasses. I love his daughters. Like, I've known them since they were little squirts. And it's funny because it's like they keep forgetting that he's gonna embarrass them. He'll be in the middle of a restaurant and he'll be like, Silver Life is great. Hammer House for life, and they're like, Dad, Jesus,
that's awesome.
Like embarrassing them. It's so great. It's fucking amazing.
The difference with Mark Coleman is
early fight of the night candidate right here.
Yeah, great fight.
That's a good fight, but you just gotta wait for the next one because if memory serves me correctly, hold on, I'll check the fight card. I gotta switch my computer.
The next one should be the Brad Kelly fight, right? Or
am I? Yeah, the next one's Brad Kelly versus Caleb Harris.
Their fight is going to be good.
It should be a banger.
Yeah, it should.
Or equally possible, fucking terrible.
Well, I mean, I guess technically that's any fight, but I mean,
or we could have a Tom Shoaff reaction again.
Right. Yeah, and that's
my God.
But so here's where I make that point make sense. Is Caleb Harris is, after his last 2 performances, is really trying to be a tactician, is really trying to move and avoid damage and pinpoint shots. And Brad Kelly is such a head-first fighter that this could be a lot of Brad Kelly walking forward and a lot of Caleb Harris walking back and popping his gas. It could be that. Or it could be Caleb Harris in his hometown being like, let's fucking get it, after a guy who wants to get inside.
I mean, I think a lot of people forget, like Caleb Harris, he had that knockout of the year, man. That one dude he put out. It was all over the place.
Dude was 17 years old and had no fucking business making his pro debut.
Well, I hear you. Yeah.
Don't eat it.
I feel you on that.
I won't dispute it was a beautiful knockout. What I will say is the person he knocked out had no business being.
That guy that Caleb knocked out, he was at the same tryouts I was in Philly.
So tryouts to debut to knockout of the world to never swim again. Yeah, you had no business being there. Oh, who is this? People are talking down here. Hold on. Harris is a dog. I won't dispute that. Harris is the dog. But
Not for me.
recently, he's been fighting more technically than anything else. So to say that he's going to come into this fight and treat it like a dog fight against somebody who's clearly thicker than he is in the waist, which means he probably hits harder than he does, is not a fucking smart decision as a professional fighter going to this with the intent of winning.
Yeah, I think Brad Kelly's gonna. I look at Brad Kelly more of like a tank. He's gonna hunker down. He's gonna come forward, and it's just gonna depend on what Caleb does, whether he decides to outbox him or try to out angle him, or if he fucking meets it head on. If he meets it head on, there's gonna be fireworks. Yeah,
it will be fireworks for a very short amount of time.
Yeah.
Hey, can I ask y'all a question?
Tell me.
Is it me, or did anybody else knows that Alan Belcher didn't look as juiced as he has in the past?
Oh, I've put this out there. First of all, so
we can
with
tell you-
title fights with BKFC, yeah, title fights with BKFC, you get tested. People don't even know that. So they test for PEDs for every title fight. So it's kind of fortuitous that he took a year off, damn near a full year since the Bobo fight. He still took active fights in boxing to stay active. And then when he weighed in this fight, he was soaking wet at 230 pounds, where he was in the closer to 240s, 240 something when he fought with Bobo.
Right.
And he doesn't look as big. So not being clean. The man is not a true heavyweight. And I'll be honest, everyone asks me, they go, "Oh, would you rather fight AJ or Belcher?" I'm like, dude, Belcher all day. Fucking Bobo put him on stanky legs. He ain't that good. He's not that big. AJ's scary. AJ's a slick. And I'm not saying Belcher don't have punching power, but all of us heavyweights do. AJ has that it factor where he can move his upper body like a damn middleweight. That makes him, and he's southpaw. It makes it a very dangerous fight for any heavyweight. Period. I call him the Dancing Bear for a reason. When I first met him in Tennessee, I think Kansas, I called him the Dancing Bear for a reason. And because that boy can move. He's straight up the move. So we'll see. We'll see.
So I would like to touch on what you said, Josh. You said the reason he looked so bad at Lands was because when you're fighting for a title fight, you get drug tested. This is something that happens regardless of organization. It doesn't matter if you're a low-level professional fighting for your first professional fight and it's a title fight, or if you're fighting in the UFC or the BKFC. You get tested if you're fighting for a title. So that definitely happens. On top of that, you touched on he hasn't been active in the last year in bare knuckle. He's been active in boxing. That is not entirely accurate, good sir. He was active in boxing until he got into some beef with the Mississippi State Athletic Commission, and they decided to drug test him after a boxing match, and he failed for steroids, and that was why he was suspended, and that was why he disappeared for a year, and that's why we've been waiting for this fight as long as we've been waiting for this fight.
Well, there you go.
On top of that, that is why he looks the way that he looks.
Well, there you go. Because I had an assumption, and I was giving an opinion. I did not know that deep of detail, but I know when he weighed in, his body was completely different, much softer. And when you saw him at the UFC at the pinnacle of his career, when he was youngest and most in shape, he didn't have that body. He come out here acting like he's a heavyweight. I'm like, bro, I've seen you in person. You're a tiny man. And when I say that, there's a difference. Like, so Tom, you're this wide. You're for your weight class, that's good. I'm this wide. When I stand next to Belcher, he's this wide. Like, he's not his body structure is not made for heavyweight.
Yeah. There's a difference between natural heavyweight and not.
Right.
And this, like you said, in his prime, he was fighting at 185 pounds. UFC, the best of his best, he was 185. It's the same argument that I make with Lorenzo Hunt. at the best of his best, if the rippest, shredded, the leanest, he's 185. Now, you're going to tell me that same man is going to go against somebody like Ben Rothwell, who at his rippest, leanest, shreddest is 265 fucking pounds?
Yeah.
There's a huge difference in a natural heavyweight versus a natural, we'll even say a 205er who decides to just put on pounds and move up. It's dramatically different. The thing
100%. No, I tell a lot of people you can go on my Instagram and it doesn't take that long. You scroll down a little bit, you'll see pictures from me when I fought BKB when I first went to bare knuckle, and I was in the most superb shape I could possibly be in. I was 255, and I didn't have abs like some guys, like you guys. I don't have those type of abs, but you could still see some abs. I didn't have no muffin top. And I looked great, and that was the best I could be, was 255. That was the most cut I could get, and I've always had the cut. You know,
there's a natural myth or a naturality, or however you want to put it. There's a thing to being a natural weight, and if I'm naturally 50 pounds heavier than you are, I'm gonna fuck you up.
Yeah,
naturally. It's just the way that it's gonna play out. Like,
I don't. I'm not trying to interrupt you, but I don't know what kind of like Magic Mike entry that Kelly's trying to have here, but
a little bit of like St. Patrick's Day, Magic Mike kind of thing going on. I don't know what that was.
It's a little something going on.
Oh, you know what? Well, I just thought about, because it's like, I guess it's right after Mardi Gras, right? And they're in New Orleans. Maybe it's that. I don't know.
And he's celebrating his birthday.
Okay. I mean, I'm pulling for Brad. I like Brad's a friend, so I like Brad. But I just was a little thrown off by that dance and
dude, that was super, yeah. I appreciate you pausing me to view that, because that was enough for me to be like, well, good for him. Hopefully he brings it. You know, I mean, he just had his birthday. Maybe he's out celebrating Mardi Gras without drinking. You know, being smart, and you know, maybe he comes into this full of piss and vinegar and ready to rock and roll. They put the boy in.
Yeah, I think we're gonna know how this fight's gonna go in probably the first 30 seconds. Literally.
Yeah, because they both got heart. There's no quitting either one of these guys.
No, but we're gonna know with Caleb if Caleb comes in there to fucking bang, or if he's gonna come out to outstrike him. You know, be
100%.
technical.
100%. Yeah. Fers, flexing it up, bro. Flexing it up.
Oh shit!
Physically, it doesn't look. I mean, maybe he might be like more dense, but physically, he doesn't look much different.
Yeah, Brad's not very defined. He's just.
I was gonna say he's just
stout.
a little more cut up than that.
Yeah, he just looks stout, a little bit thicker.
I love how counter the BKFC is, how they introduce the red corner first, and then
bro, they're exact ass opposite from everything. Yeah.
Yeah, but again, it's so comical because like you were supposed to announce the hometown kid second.
Last. Yeah.
So why would you put him in the blue corner? Again, because like you said, Josh, everything has backwards.
Oh, they throwing hands.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he coming after him. There ain't no technical waiting right now. Oh, there we go. Oh, jeez.
I like Caleb's
He's
confidence.
putting it on him. He's putting it on him.
I wish he would put.
That's it. That's
Oh,
it.
shit.
Oh
That
shit!
was bad. That was bad. Oh, he's in trouble.
You guys are ahead of me.
Oh my god!
Yeah, he put it on.
Oh
him
my
hard.
god.
That's it.
Wow, he oh my lord.
He
Look at
put
his
it on
face.
him, man.
Good for
Mm-mm.
Caleb.
Caleb,
Wow!
Caleb's another guy. Like,
Nice.
you look at him, and he's not like physically imposing, but he's like country strong. You know what I mean? Like he's just one of those country strong dudes.
Country boys will survive.
Yeah.
They will, but on top of that, like his combinations were clean,
Yes,
crisp.
precise. Brad Kelly was low and wide, And when you fight leaning forward, low and wide against a taller fighter, they're going to do exactly what he just did. So that just goes to show Caleb's high fighting IQ, man. That was
good.
That was brilliant.
Yeah, he didn't smother himself. He stayed in perfect striking range. You see, he didn't smother himself. He stayed right in striking. Beautiful.
Yeah.
He was throwing some hammers, and he was throwing some hammers though.
Yeah, it's from look at that right hand, just from range, man, just full extension. Pow, pow.
Oh,
beautiful work, Caleb. I hope you rewind this, watch it multiple times, and then watch this video. Plus, congratulate you, because that was fucking beautiful.
Caleb was bitching at Glenn, like he's like, whoa, bro, get off me! I'm not doing anything. It's like, what's wrong with you? And to be honest with you, you got to be careful sometimes being a ref when they jump on you like that. That's how guys tear ACLs, LCLs, things like that when you have force from behind that you're not knowing.
Yeah,
he wasn't doing anything wrong.
No, you definitely should have grabbed him and pulled him back. Like that would
not show throat yet. I also want to take a second and say, Justin Sims, much love to you, brother. I'm trying to pay attention to some of these comments that are on the side. I apologize, guys.
Justin Sims, that's a good dude, man. That's my dude down there.
Many moons. He is a nice man. I hope
he is.
Wow, that was, man. Well, I was completely ass backwards on that one. I thought if Caleb came out swinging, I thought it would be a shorter night for him. I was dead ass wrong.
Yeah. So we forgot about how important technique was when done properly. When done properly. Because I was on the same boat. Like if he comes back just pumping that jab, that's a bad night. But if he comes back pumping a couple combinations and freezes them, well, now that puts Brad Kelly in a whole different situation. Yep. He maintained, like you said, his positioning and his stance, and he just kept coming forward at the proper range of distance. Technically beautiful performance, man. That was kudos to you. Jeez. Harris Stevenson. That's who that is, right? No, that's Kayla Harris.
Wrong one, buddy.
Rick Russo, what's up, man?
What up, Rick?
Smash on that like and share button if you're tuning in. We appreciate you.
Like, share, subscribe.
Yeah, hey, you know it. Once again, of course, Tom Shoaff, myself, Brian Maxwell, Josh the Hammer Burns. We're all just hanging out and having a good time talking the fights.
While I'm drinking water, y'all drinking whatever y'all are drinking.
I'm drinking water too, sir. I still have another 40 pounds to drop. Thank you very much.
Official yet, Brian?
Huh?
Can you say anything yet?
Let's just say contract signed, sealed, and delivered.
Thank you.
On your end.
Can we get a fucking ticket link?
Yeah.
Somebody that's on here right now already knows which card I'm on, but I can't name any names. Who knows?
I'm not asking you to name names. I'm saying you said contract signed, sealed, and delivered. On your end, contract was signed, sealed, and delivered.
I know, but I'm saying somebody in this circle, square right now.
He's saying, what he's saying? What he's asking, Brian, is it signed on both sides or just your
side? Sir. Yes, it's signed on both sides.
Okay, so both sides have been signed, and you've been informed to be hush hush on the announcement until they announce it, because that's how the corporation works.
Yes, sir.
I understand. I fully get it. Just trying to make sure contracts were signed.
Yes, sir.
All right. So
I just wanted to mention. I apologize to jump in the middle here, but when these highlights come up, I just want to mention and show you guys. Towards the end of the highlights, you just watch Shoemaker go stiff as a board. And I kind of stutter step and I try to follow him to hit him with an actual punch, but I can't because he falls stiff as a board. I just wanted to point that out real quick. Go ahead. Please continue.
Sorry for my speech to interrupt your speech, but I'm going to have to get back to what I was saying, Josh. Any of those people out there who are in the Virginia area around March 24, you should probably go check out Brian Maxwell punch a motherfucker in the face.
Yes, sir.
If he's there. If he's there.
If he's there, if he's there.
Pretty sure.
If he's there.
Oh, and I will tell you guys this fight right here. I love Bobby. Obviously, Bobby's a great dude. But I came up in the UK scene before it was even legal here. I'm gonna tell you right now, do not underestimate Lily because of the way he looks. That boy is gay.
He's so fucking.
Lily is very technical.
And he's got power. People don't realize how much power that kid has off of technique, like Shoaff, like Tom was talking about. That because of his technique, his powers, I believe it's doubled because of his technique when he hits you.
We saw what he did to Pellerano. But on top of that, I got some insider information from his corner and some other people. And before his Tyler Goodjohn fight, he got like the flu, and he was terribly fucking sick going into that weight cut. And into that fight. That's why he spent the whole fight moving backwards and fighting off his back foot and being terribly fucking sick, not being in shape, not ready to have that fight. He put on a fucking dominant performance against somebody like Tyler Goodjohn. And if you watch this fight, he's literally winning the fight. His corner's like, you got this, come on, you can do it. So to see him coming into a fight full energy, fully primed, total training camp, completely ready to go. I don't care what he looks like physically. I'm putting every fucking dollar I have on James.
Yeah.
That man is terrible. Like, from somebody who fights at 155 pounds, that man is terrifying.
Hey, Rick Caruso, I got you. As soon as I get some more info and I can post it, I got you.
I've already got mine taken care of.
Damn it, Mr. Fers.
Well, and also a little secret, so you guys, the UK fighters, the craziest ones are Welshmen. The Welshmen are fucking whack jobs. God bless them. I love them all, but they're missing a little bit upstairs. You can't understand a word they're saying, maybe every third word. They're the nicest people in the world, but they're missing like, if you had 12 tacos in a combo, they're missing like 5 or 6. So just
That's
so you know.
know.
So yes.
I fully comprehend what you're saying, my friend.
Oh, by the way, Mr. Fers, did you see the Ticketmaster fuck up when tickets first went on sale?
No.
Where tables were going for $200.
No, what?
You missed that?
Yeah, I didn't.
Like the VIP table, every seat was $20, and the table was for $200. They sold.
What do they normally go for? What do they normally
$1,200.
Yeah, I would say $100 a seat. I thought.
I think they're $200 a piece.
So I guess were people able to get it at that price? Did people snack it up?
5 tables got sold before it got fixed. Before it got noticed, I mean.
I'll be all right. They'll be all right.
Bill, that's $200 for a VIP table.
Well, it's supposed to be. So think about it like this: that's $800 times 5.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't like the way the tables look on the TV. Like, I don't like the whole table thing. I don't.
It looks regional. It's a very regional.
Right. It looks very
regional.
right. It looks very regional. So like on like if you're supposed to be like a national or international promotion.
All right.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I just
no, Josh. I agree with you, but I have to cut you off on this because Russia and Poland do fantastic, like very high class, very top of the line white glove type of shows where you're literally just surrounded by tables. Like there's no stadium seating; it's just tables, and it's very elegant. It's very well done.
I'm familiar.
My boy Todd Duffy. Todd Duffy's fighting for the heavyweight title for KSW. Today, and I think KSW sets up tables, and it looks really good. I just think in the U.S. the way we do production and the way we do it is there's more eyes on it. So, in my opinion, at this level, like the UFC, you don't see tables at the UFC. It's because it's a different level. BKFC is going to have to start separating themselves from the regional style setups. You know what I'm saying? Because all the Russian, now there's a lot of money over there, but there's still smaller promotions compared to U.S. promotions as far as eyes on.
And that's the point that I was going to, is when you have a smaller, more intimate show, it's better to do these tables when people are paying a lot of money and you can pull people in. The BKFC could do something like that. They could do a smaller show in a smaller environment, but it could be a more high-class show, and then the tables would make sense. But when you have 7,000 people in stadium seating and then 2,000 people in, kitchen tables around the ring, it doesn't quite make sense.
Well, that's good, because like the Virginia card, it's like a 9,000 seat arena, give or take.
10,000.
10, yeah, it's like a 9 or 10,000. And they're having tables. I don't know. I thought it was weird.
They do that in Australia too. I wrestled in Australia my sophomore year in high school, and they literally had like VIP tables surrounding the wrestling mats.
Yeah. I just don't like the look. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, who the hell am I? I don't know.
Oh,
I agree.
Sick,
I don't like the look either. I think it's too much of a mix. You either have to have a high class professional show with tables, or you have a low class regional show with tables. There's no in between. You can't have a 10,000 seat pay-per-view show with tables.
Well, the table, you got to think the tables are also, it's for the promotion. It's a moneymaker, so they can make more money, because when they're regional shows, no one's going to pay $100 to sit at a regular seat. They want something special like a table. This kind of stuff, you should get to that level.
Exactly.
Man, I'm surprised. These guys are actually banging.
Hell yeah.
I think Bobby just realized that he's actually in a fight. He realized that he's not going to steamroll this cat.
I agree with you completely. Bobby's swinging heavy and swinging hard. He's doing the same thing he did against. I was at 37 seconds. Why did they stop it?
That was weird.
Yeah, that was mad weird.
Wait, what the fuck did happen?
Yeah, I don't understand.
What?
I was 37 seconds and they stopped it. But anyway, no, I agree. Bobby's running the same issue that he had with Trey Trey, whatever.
Yes, Trey. Yeah, yep. That guy outboxed. Yep.
Trey Brown. That's it. Once he realized that like this guy can take a shot and be technical, it was like, oh fuck, now I have to rely on my power and hope that
that's what I was trying to say before this whole thing got started, is that they don't understand these Welshmen. These Welshmen are fucking dogs, bro. They grow up doing this sport from the age of 5. Like this is what they do. So he has a dog in him that we don't usually see, because us Americans, this is not normalcy for us. 100%. For them it is.
100%.
Yeah, that's what we were saying, Jeff. It's so okay. We're not the only ones. Everybody's saying the round ended early.
He's coming out tough and strong. Lily's found him. He's found him. This fight will be over in the next round.
I still need to know what happened. Are they gonna address this, or what?
I'm telling you this.
Okay, I see you guys.
I think it's just
how old is Bobby?
Bobby. Yep. Bobby's 44.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
And I think Lily's just a year or two younger than I am. I want to say he's like 32, 33. Bro.
Yeah,
those
Bobby's
aren't watching this fight and just watching us watch this fight, you should be watching this fight.
Oh boy, Bobby's just got to get that jab going.
Yeah,
Bobby's blue hand wraps.
Lily's biggest conflict was that left hand just right down the pipe.
Yep.
The combinations don't bother him.
It's all now. I think he's taken hits from Bobby, and now he's not afraid of his power.
Yeah.
Now we saw what happened. Now Mike Richards, my boy Florenzo, and Mike are both my boys, but I think Mike got a little complacent in that fight last week when he fought, and I just don't want. Hopefully, Lily doesn't get complacent and walk into something dumb.
I think Lily's smarter than that. I genuinely, and he just nodded after that shot. So like he knows the shots are real and he knows they're there.
Yeah.
And not to say that you're wrong, Josh, because I would never say that to you, but I don't think he got complacent. That shot was so clean and so tight. I think he went in with full coverage. I think it was clean. It was just a beautiful right hook that slipped right inside.
Yeah, I
And he
meant
pulled off the punch, like
the-
he threw that jab. He kind of rolled off a little bit, and that. Or I'm sorry, kind of southpaw. So it went here. But anyway, moral of the story is like Richmond did nothing wrong in that performance.
no.
Not
I say
per se.
my thing with Mike, and I talked to Mike about it, is Mike in the middle of the first round, Mike was like, oh, and you could see it. And I know Mike started fighting in the UK with me. He like, all right, I felt his power. I can take it. And he got a little more limber, a little more loose, a little more, I don't want to say complacent, but he was a little more relaxed. And that's what cost him, because when he dropped Hunt, there's not anyone in the world that wouldn't think the fight. I didn't think Hunt was going to make the count. So when he walked in, it wasn't high, tight guard, like really tense, like, all right, he came in like, and then he got caught. And I'm not saying it's because he was complacent going into that, but earlier in the round, he felt like, I felt your power. It's not the first thing on my mind. And, this is bare knuckle. Anything can happen,
I completely agree with you. Completely agree with you. Once you're in the first 45 seconds and you've taken a handful and you're comfortable with it, like you said, it comes down to heart. And Richmond's got heart. So he was like, all right, like if that's all you're bringing, okay, cool, let's go. Like, let's get it. And then he got it. And like you said, he lost that confidence for just a split second.
Ooh.
Nice
Okay.
Bro, this range game that Lily is playing right now, he is just on the edge of it.
Got to give Bobby a lot of credit, because I'm really surprised that he's still in there. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Facts.
Tough son of a gun.
He's got to hit hard.
I just want to say that it's going to be hard to beat that knockout of the year that Lorenzo did to Richmond. It's going to be hard to beat that.
Yeah.
That was, beyond amazing.
At the end of the year, I'll do my best to try to beat it.
It's going to be hard, dog. It's going to be hard to beat that.
No, but how many times have you seen me in a fight that didn't get fight of the year or knockout of the year?
You right.
All right.
I just want to bring up right now that we're talking about this is the fight in Nebraska, the first fight in Omaha. I had knockout of the night, and I was never awarded this. No one even brought it up. So I just want to say that. Okay, continue, gentlemen.
You get your bonus though.
Sure.
I didn't get shit. I think they were mad at me because I stood over the top of him talking shit when he was out. So whatever.
I mean, Big Dan did muscle you out the way.
Well, that's with Sorrow. That was with Sorrow. Okay, I did my ninja roll with Sorrow. Okay, he pulled me. I tripped up on Chris's feet, and then I did a little ninja roll to my feet. But
Big Dan looked like he had been lifting 500 pounds that day. Like he literally tossed you like a booger. Just saying.
Yes. Yeah, a big hairy fat booger.
I was going to say, Josh, brother, I'm gonna have to get you to make some clips, and I'm gonna randomly insert those clips of you like, oh, by the way, I just want to mention that fight with Sam Shoemaker. I knocked him out in like I'm gonna have to get you clips.
It really was 6 seconds.
Like randomly put them into a show and just randomly play them just out of nowhere.
My man.
That's
funny as shit. That's so fucking funny.
So Josh,
yes,
why
sir.
is it, if you don't mind me asking, that you have so much animosity towards somebody you've already humiliated versus somebody
here
about to humiliate?
Well, okay, so first of all, Sam Shoemaker grows up in the Ozarks, so the boy's got money, comes from money. He's not some hillbilly fucking country boy like me. I grew up on a farm, broke-ass farm.
Hey, me too.
Like a farm boy, okay? That's one. Two,
farm
he
life.
fakes that shit, acts like he's some hillbilly farm boy. He's not. Second of all, he hasn't shut the fuck up since the fight and says, well, we're going to get drug tested next time. I'm like, bro, please do. Please, let's do blood, because blood's the only real way to do it. Let's do blood, buddy. We'll do blood, because that guys like Joey Beltran, those motherfuckers that do BPO, those are the motherfuckers that get popped if we got to do USADA. So by all means, let's do it. Dude, I've been doing drug testing my whole life. Please do. So that's Sam's big thing. Sam's a big fucking whiner, complaining like, well, this time we're going to test it for drugs.
I'm sorry, I have to stop you. This fight's over. What the fuck happened?
What the fuck? Oh,
Yeah,
Bobby, cut, Bobby, cut. Mouth. Look at this. Oh, shit. Look at his
Oh,
mouth.
God.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, he's got a
You can
hole
see-
right there in his lip.
You can see
Jesus
that too.
Christ.
That's two lip splits in a row.
Oh yeah, I see it right down the middle. He looks
Right
like
down the
Oh.
middle. Right down the middle.
he's got a cluster.
God, that's going to receive a lot of stitches.
No, there's nothing. Yeah, I mean, on the outside, he'll get 3 or 4, but there's nothing you can do for the inside. I've had stitches
Oh.
inside my lip so many times, and within the night, they fall out. Like,
Really.
inside the mouth doesn't do any good.
Oh.
Oh, God.
He's going to have a mustache for the rest of his life.
Mm.
Welcome to the mafia, homies.
No shit. Damn. So yeah. So anyways, there you go. That was the whole thing. Sam still doesn't shut the fuck up and keep saying that he was going to run it back with me. And then he had to fight Mick Terrell, who I fought, and he turned his back and ran from Mick. Now a lot of people will discredit. Like, I love Chris Sarro now. Chris Sarro and I are boys. Like, I'm trying to help him get back on track. But Sam, on the other hand, is just a pompous asshole, and he still to this day says he still wants to fight and get it back. And then he goes and fights Mick Terrell in the UK, turns his back and runs. It's not my fault that I broke him. And people are like, well, Sam's nothing anymore. Well, when I fought Sam, analytically, he was in the top 3 out of the BKFC, analytically speaking. So, and then I made a highlight reel out of him, and then he doesn't shut the fuck up. And then his family and his kids and his girl, and everyone keeps talking shit about me. Talk about my federal case. Look, I'm the first one to tell you guys, guess what? I fucked up. I teamed up with a doctor. We did shit that was wrong. Obviously, whether I knew it was wrong or not, it doesn't matter. I got fucked up. I got in trouble for it. So
It happens.
oh shit happens. I'm not perfect, but I'm okay with it. And this is all these DC. This is DC's fucking crew, Sam's whole crew. DC and Sam teamed up when I fought Sam, and they were talking about me being a piece of trash and a piece of shit and all this. I'm like, cool. I got you. No problem. So anyways, hopefully that helps answer your question. See, you can't talk to me about this shit. I get kind of fired up, man. I'm just saying. So
His cheeks done got red and everything. Look at him.
I'm glad you told me, and I'm trying to put myself, because you know how it is as a fighter. You want to know how other fighters are feeling and thinking, and trying to gather, some intel as to what's going on that I could use for myself later on down the line. And what I was trying to gather from you is why you were so fixated on this previous experience when you have something coming up that is so much more important. But now you make it make sense that this previous experience is caught up with this new, more important experience, and the psychological warfare. Sorry for breaking it out to everybody.
they intertwine.
Exactly, is that I think so little of this new experience that I'm still talking about this old experience.
Right.
And that causes internal conflict between those two things. Anyway, psychologically speaking, I'm getting you. I understand, and thank you for answering because I fully appreciate it.
Yeah, no. It's a lot of people ask, a lot of people ask and they wonder, and it's, because DC and I actually had absolutely zero problems going into the fight that we were going to main event. We had zero problems, nothing but respect between the two of us. And then directly after that show, yep, I laid an egg, my fault, lost to Frank Tate and lost the way that I've never been knocked down in my life. And that's my fault. There's no two ways about it. But then him and his whole crew all start chirping, laughing, making fun of me, doing shit. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm still the most experienced American bare knuckle fighter. Started before anyone here in the United States even fucking knew what it was. I was in the UK fighting these Europeans. And run your mouth, cool. Look at my fights, like, oh, you've been knocked out. I've never been knocked out. The only guy that's ever knocked me down and actually TKO'd me would be Frank Tate. Everyone else is cuts. So it's beyond disrespectful. And when you look
Game time.
And I'm getting reimbursed.
when you look at look right now they're showing a picture of Belcher. Look at how tiny he is. Ooh, man.
Much less than a six pack. Gentlemen, I'm gonna go run and take a piss. I'll be right back. I apologize if you can hear me.
Yeah, Tom, because we need a Tom Shoaff reaction just in case.
Believe I'll have my reaction.
Are we already? Was that already that was already the co-main event already?
Yeah, this is the main event now.
Oh shit balls!
Yeah, it's a short night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
11:36. I mean, that's about right for the main.
I feel like the fights went by fast though.
Yeah.
Because typically, like last handful of cards are usually over by. Well, I'm Eastern. We're Eastern time, so like midnight my time. They're usually over.
Yeah.
So.
I'm just shocked I'm shocked with what Tom told me because clearly I assumed it and I've said it on multiple posts where I'm like, well, if he's clean, he's not a real heavyweight, like all that. And I did not know that it was actually documented that this dude popped and that's why he was gone.
I didn't either. That's news to me too.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's
how
news to me too.
fortuitous would that be? You know, that's the case. That's just wild. And the doubt that's got to be going through this boy's head, like, yeah, you got that. So every fight that he had, like, see, you got to take that into account with Tate, with all these people. They should be no contest. This dude clearly was a juice head, but whatever. It is what it is. Oh, and by the way, we have Ange Holloway.
They took the camera off of him.
Let's see. Ange Holloway asked us who we thought was more beautiful, Halle Berry or Alicia Keys.
Yeah, I saw that.
Well, you know, I have to answer the fans, and I've got to go with. I think Halle Berry's probably. Nope, it's Alicia Keys. I have to agree, Alicia Keys. That's my.
I don't know, man. I think I'm going with Holly. I got to go Halle Berry on that one.
You're an older gentleman, and I don't dispute that the swordfish scene was like the highlight of a lot of our teenage years. But let's be honest and realistic. Alicia Keys is a goddess.
Thank you. She has the whole pull package. What's that movie that she did? Not Alicia Keys, but Halle Berry did a movie with Billy Bob Thornton, and they got dirty.
Monster Ball.
So you can see her body there, phenomenal body, but still not on the level of Alicia Keys.
Okay, all right. So let's go to Alicia Keys and Smokin' Aces. Like maybe the one movie she's ever done. Alicia Keys, or we can even take this like their musical performances. The Alicia Keys performance with John Mayer in Times Square. Like
that's a New Orleans song by Mystical.
It's a good song.
I fucks with it.
Did he just smile? He just showed him. Does he even have a mouthpiece? I don't even think it's in yet. That's funny.
It's about to go down.
Man.
We're cutting all conversations about singers and going right to the heavyweight division.
Okay, Tom, do you have enough space to run and jump? That's all I want to know.
Well, no, not in that. The way he has it set up there, he'll hit the bookshelf.
Yeah, I've got a bookshelf behind me, and well, you guys are in front of me, so. Oh, and my stepdaughter's sleeping, so I guess we can play.
Man, AJ's got to smoke him. Otherwise, I'm never going to hear the end of it because I think I've said it about 100 times online. I just think AJ's just way too slick. Hits harder than people realize, and it's just too much.
Well, yeah, I agree. I will tell a story that I've told many times before. And anyway, AJ, I was doing some sparring rounds here one time, and he jabbed me in my thigh. Now, mind you, I was throwing kicks.
You got cut for a couple fights.
He jabbed me in my thigh and put me down. Just game over. I can't do anything anymore. Jab to the thigh, game over. So yeah, as a heavyweight, that man is huge, and he hits hard.
Tom, I just ate a foot long from Subway in your honor.
Who's on my Subway? What?
Oh,
Phil
Jesus.
Johnson says, Tom, I just ate a foot long from Subway in your honor.
Well, I appreciate that, Johnson. And I'm glad you filled yourself with.
I'm not gonna lie, that sounds kind of good actually.
Listen, I don't need you guys talking about food, okay?
Yeah, facts.
I still got like 40 pounds to cut, okay? Come on.
Hey, I'm close. I got 15. I'm 15. I got 15 left. 4 weeks out. Teaser.
It's probably equivalent in difficulty for you as it is me. 15 for you is like 30 or 40 for me. You're a lot leaner than I am.
Man, I'm telling you, like the last 10 to 15 is the hardest.
Yep.
I swear to God. But the cool thing about it is this time I get to take my sauna with me because it's so close to home. So I'm good.
Like, I get Josh, like I get that. Like, you're walking around 320, you got to get down to 265. That's 55 pounds you got to pull. I can understand that. But, Brian, how much fucking weight are you pulling, man?
Man, look, I walk around between 215 and 220.
And
but this
you're
time,
fighting next fight at
185.
Okay, so so 35 to 40 pounds. All right, I got you.
Yeah, I started my weight cut at 223. I'm down.
Like, how much bullshit are you eating, dude? Like, what's your diet like? I'm just
Man, look, I'm from the country, dog. I like to eat.
I'm not disputing where you're from. I'm not disputing how much you like to eat. What I'm having a genuine conversation in my head about is
AJ came out orthodox.
Yeah. How do you balloon up 40 pounds just from what you're eating? Like, that confuses me because I feel like day to day I eat enough to keep me under 175. So when I start camp at 170, it's nothing. It's not like a real ridiculous diet manipulation or control. It's more of like, this is just what I eat.
I eat a lot.
You're going to have to tell me what you're eating, homie.
I eat a lot.
You heard Belcher already.
AJ's keeping him at range, at distance, clean.
Belcher's hurt already.
Stay back. He's got to stay back, though.
Okay. See you.
He's already cut. But that's the range.
Is that a cut on his forehead?
Yeah. Cut on his forehead. AJ's got to back up a little bit. He's got to keep a couple inches back.
He's got stuck.
Oh.
Yes. Just like that. Yes. Calm down. Yes. Good.
AJ's super comfortable in there, man.
Dude, he's so calm. He's so relaxed. I fast forwarded on my footage, so I'm at like 25 seconds. I don't know what you guys are at.
Yeah, I'm at 25 as well.
Right,
me too.
Cool. Beautiful. Then we're all on the same page. AJ is cool, calm, relaxed. This is beautiful. He likes to swing at that back foot behind, though. I don't like that.
I'm just shocked that he came out in orthodox. I really thought he was going to come out southpaw.
See, that fucks me up that you say that because AJ's always been an orthodox fighter. I don't know when you saw
but
him.
When he fought DC, he was southpaw.
Yep.
That could have been specifically for DC.
Yeah.
Honestly, truly. But AJ is an orthodox fighter.
Damn, that's a bad cut on his forehead.
Yeah,
well,
but that one effect.
Is that his forehead or his head?
He's got like an 8 head, so that's
he don't have dreams. He has movies.
Exactly. Just let that play out. However, he wants that divisive scenario. Nice little left hook, short chop.
Nice. Yep, that opened it up.
Yeah, that's what split him open.
That's what it is. Throw a punch.
But yeah, you could look like to get back to what you were saying, Josh. Look at his body.
Yeah.
He's not 225 with the 6-pack. He's 225 and soft.
Yep. And AJ's throwing around like a fucking rag doll too.
Yeah.
He's 225 with a dad bod.
Yeah, like a dad who works out, bud.
Yeah, I was gonna say, look, I can't say dad bod because he looks good. If I was that thin in the midsection, I would be happy. Okay.
He's like a roided up dad bod.
Yeah.
Oh! Wow.
This is over. This is over. This fight's over. He's cut. This is done.
His eyes shut.
Dude, he's done. And he's not getting up. This fight's over. Game over.
Yeah, that's it. That's game over, man.
Nope.
Oh, he wants to. Oh, wait, they're gonna let him.
Okay.
All right, you're making this is the heart we talked about. All right, so
I'll be careful.
All right, don't get in there too.
He's gonna find it now.
Oh,
yep.
He just hit him again.
There it is.
Yeah, he done this time. He taking his mouthpiece. He wants to take the mouthpiece out. It's in too tight.
It's over.
It's over.
Quit. Just quit. Just quit. You know you want to.
Wow.
You know you want to quit, bro.
Man, he at home. He can't give up.
Oh, yes, he can, and he will.
He already has.
Whoa.
We're gonna need you. No, that
No,
was a push.
he all right.
Yeah.
About that was clean. Gonna play it out though.
Was that a slip?
Yeah, it was a push.
Definitely slip. But Belcher has confidence now. He thinks it wasn't. Oh, AJ, what are you doing, man? What are you doing?
Is that AJ's blood?
No, that's definitely Alan Belcher's blood.
Yeah, that's Alan's forehead, head blood.
Yeah.
There's DeRay. I don't know who that other guy is, but the one with the hat on backwards is DeRay Davis. And that's my big brother. He is the man. In case anybody wants. Incredibly intelligent human being. Has a long background in Strike Force and other organizations. He's legit. I don't know who this other guy is though. I'm not entirely sure where they pulled this character out of the corner from.
Yeah, Big Phil. I'm pretty sure AJ won that round too. Oh.
It's kind of hard to lose a round when you get the knockdown.
I'm gonna tell Arnold Adams one of his corners looks like Chico Bean from the '85 South Show.
I was gonna say nothing with the curls in the back, but I'm glad you said it.
Come on, AJ. The only thing that scares me sometimes is I know AJ gets tired sometimes.
AJ does get tired, but
Yep.
if he works his jab, he'll be all right.
Oh. Don't get careless. Because
that's what Alan wants him to do is get careless.
Yeah.
Belcher's swinging for the fences.
Calm down, Arnold.
There's the uppercut.
Nice.
Oh. AJ's tired already.
Well, Jesus, he should have won that fight 3 times. That count was over 10 seconds twice.
Yeah, this disappoints. Yep. This disappoints me.
What?
Yeah.
Get up, AJ.
Oh,
what? Wow.
Wave it. They
he's fired. He needs to be fired.
Oh, look at Dave. Look at Dave in there.
Wave.
Look at Dave hugging him. Are you fucking kidding me?
They waved off the champion.
So you let it get to 10.
I don't want anybody to say anything else other than that for the next 3 more sentences. They waved off the champion. I'll say it again, ladies and gentlemen. They waved off the champion. This doesn't make sense in any fighting fucking organization ever of all time. If you
somebody's fighting in the crowd.
My guess is Lorenzo probably hopped up on the ring. Seriously.
They stopped him.
I don't care. Fuck Lorenzo. Fuck anything else that just happened. Let's just stop and pause about the fact that the heavyweight
All right,
champion
hold on. Let's watch this series of events here. Let's watch this sequence.
of his fucking championship. Okay, so he took an uppercut. There's another uppercut. He drops a knee. He's fine. He's covering up. And as he's standing up, smiling, it's waved off.
That's crazy.
Please, without making this sound like somebody paid a shitload of money to make sure that AJ Adams didn't win this fight. Can somebody please make that fucking make sense to me?
There needs to be a rematch.
Fucking thing. No, fuck the rematch. They need to kick everybody out of the fucking ring and go back to the fucking 8 count and let them fight again. Josh, from a heavyweight's perspective, please make this make sense for me.
It doesn't.
It makes, bro. It makes. Okay, there's a few things that are gonna make me sick to my stomach. One, how the fuck you gonna wave off the champion? Two, how the fuck's Dave gonna get into the ring and bear hug fucking Belcher and lift him up in the air like he's some fucking superstar? And I love Dave, but that's just horrible. That's horrible.
No. Emotions don't come into business. Personal relationships don't come into business. And that's precisely what we just saw the president of this company portray. His emotions led him into the ring on a premature stoppage to give somebody who shouldn't have won the heavyweight championship of the world the championship. I don't care if anybody disagrees with me. This title holding is bullshit. Dave Feldman is bullshit. The entire New Orleans State Athletic Commission should be fucking ashamed for what they just allowed to play out.
Listen, guys, after I got knocked down in that first round,
Look at his fucking face. Look at this man's fucking face. And tell me you stopped this fight when the other person was hurt. When this man looks like this. Are you fucking
crying? It's hard to get back up and keep trying to win. So, whatever.
Jesus fuck.
Josh, I want you to make a clip of this.
I will.
Video.
I will.
Dave Feldman and David Feldman, whichever Feldman you want to be presented in this conversation. This was the hands down greatest travesty you've ever had in your sport. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Between the early stoppage, your reaction, and this fucking nonsense fucking speech afterwards. Now I understand why Sean Strickland calls us the clown fucking company. Because of shit like this. You, sir, have disappointed the fight community. I hope you're fucking
Fucking A. Such bullshit.
That's crazy.
Bro, twice. There's 2 counts that were fucking like 13-second counts that they were just trying to let him continue. Like, and then you're gonna fucking call off the and AJ's a fucking great competitor and a good sportsman, but right, he's gonna be sick to his stomach too once he sees this shit. This is just absolute bullshit. And to be honest with you, that means Mick Terrell gets Belcher. Mick Terrell's gonna fucking kill Belcher. by far two different levels. Like, oh my God, I'm just so mad. Ugh. Makes me sick to my stomach. And the first thing that I notice is, and I love Dave. Dave and I have been close for a long time, but to jump in the ring first thing and come grab him, lift him like you're his corner.
Yeah.
What's wrong with you? That's bad optics across the board. Like, whatever. Fuck me.
No, you're absolutely correct. You as the president of the company should not be excited or upset about.
All right, we're gonna actually gonna replay. I'm gonna replay that whole sequence. I don't care if somebody
it.
might shut down the stream. I don't really care.
Shut the stream down. I don't give a fuck. Let Dave Feldman know. Fuck you,
Hold on.
dude. From a fighter.
Oh, but we're just let's just in case people. I just want to play this sequence. This is from the end here. This is just that final sequence of this fight here.
Alright, went down, popped up, hold his face, ready to come up. He's coming up.
Dude, it was 7. The count was 7. The count was 7.
Yeah, that's what I heard. 7
The
too.
count was 7.
That's what I heard.
So he's at 7. He's standing up, clearly not rocked. Ref calls the fight. You can blame that on the refs all you want, and I don't know who the fucking ref is. I don't know who the fucking is. But I'm sure he'll take the fucking steam on that for an extra fucking $20,000 or $30,000.
6, 7.
I'm not trying to-
He's at 7. That's
Right.
7. He's standing up at 7.
He's up at 7.
That's
If you have your
wild.
hands on your knees, it doesn't matter. At the count of 9, that's when you would ask him, are you ready to go? He didn't have his hands on his knees at 9. It was 7 going, fuck. Doing the AJ thing, like, fuck, got me. Okay, I'm going to stand up. Stands up. Like, what, dude. Horse shit. And don't get me wrong. I've told you guys before this started, before this live thing even happened, Belcher's the easier fight.
Show me 7-8 next. Because this might come down to a conversation of heart. And if this is a conversation of heart and AJ's still standing with his hands on his feet at 9,
1, 2,
well,
3, 4.
I owe Dave Feldman a solid
6, 7. That's 7.
second and waved off. He stood up and got it. He didn't even have a chance to stand up.
He was on.
Like, I would understand if he was on his hands and knees at 7, 8, and 9, and then the fight was waved off. But that's not what happened. That's not what fucking happened. So Feldman can push it on his refs all he wants, but it's the same refs every fucking show. So somebody was told that
That's
this
crazy.
fight wasn't supposed to work out for AJ. I don't give a fuck what anybody on the internet has to say. This fight
I'm gonna be honest. I didn't quite
not
see it.
supposed to go
I didn't
his
quite see it when it first happened, but seeing that on the replay, I totally fucking see it now. I didn't quite catch it.
You didn't see Dave? You didn't see Dave run up and snatch him up like he was his fucking cornerman?
Yeah,
No,
rewind.
I didn't
That's
see
the
that.
first
I didn't
fucking-
see that at first. I didn't
Go
see that at
back,
first.
Go back. Let's check that out some more.
You want to see that part too?
Yes,
Oh.
I want to see it. We've already accounted for the fact that this was a fucking bullshit call. So let's see when Feldman fucking dives into the ring. Fuck.
Did I already miss it when he dived in the ring, or let me see?
No. They do it on the replay. It's a wide angle shot.
Damn, I can't believe it. Andrew Glenn. Jesus Christ, my guy.
Glenn's been known. I'm sorry, Glenn's been known for horrible fucking calls.
Man, that's like some Survivor Series bullshit.
This is some bullshit, bro. This is some bullshit. Get paid under the table bullshit.
Survivor Series 97 right there.
Stop for a second, because Andrew Glenn was the same guy who just a few fights ago didn't stop the fight when the old boy put his hands on the ground. He touched his hands on the ground like 4 or 5 times. Glenn let it fucking fly and let it go. It didn't matter. So, again, I'm not entirely sure what the situation or scenario is. But we have to let this play out, because I want to see Feldman dive in here with the fucking belt around his waist like, hey, big pretty, give me a go hug.
Trying to find that part. Maybe all right, hold on.
No, you need a wide angle. It's a wide angle.
Ain't going to bed.
Again, stoppage doesn't make sense. And there's
that's what it is.
Oh, I see it.
There
I see Dave. There he is. I see it.
Rewind it. Go back. Rewind it from right there. Go back.
Yep. I see it now.
Waves it off. Boom. That's the first. He's the first motherfucker in the ring, dude.
Bro, I have guys texting me right now going, tell me the BKFC and Dave wanted Adams to lose because they wanted a fucking Belcher versus Hunt fight. Tell me it without telling me it. Watch this fucking fight. How do you stop the fight from the champion at a count of 7? What the fuck is wrong with you people? I understand he's not, and I like AJ. He's not the most charismatic. He's not the most interactive on social web and all that, but he's still the fucking champion. Give him absolute disrespect.
And let's cover all bases here. Let's cover all bases. And just to make sure. So like while the ref was counting, I didn't see AJ say anything like I'm done or nothing like that, right?
Right.
So I'm trying to come up with some other reasonable explanation.
All right, well, let's run it down to the best that we can.
I mean, he did the same thing in the Kleckler fight. He was like, what the fuck? And got up and we got right back to work.
Precisely. AJ took a shot and went down. And then relatively soon after that, took another shot and went down. When he went down, did he look incapacitated?
No.
Did he look like he didn't know how to defend himself? No. Did he look like he still knew where he was and what was going on around him?
Well, he's like picking him up like it's a rom-com
So,
movie.
Yeah.
So at the count of 7, when we all know you're supposed to count to 8, at the count of 7, the ref waves it off. So he's supposed to look at whether or not he is there, whether or not he has a judgment to figure out what he's doing and where he's going, whether or not his legs are underneath him, and whether or not he's consciously able to figure out the situation and scenario. And you're supposed to do that in 8 seconds. In
So many
7
questions.
seconds, they realized this fight's over when he was clearly standing up, getting off his feet, conscious of where he was and the situation he was in, fully capable of the situation and scenario in front of him.
So, hey, my boys are, I'm sorry to interrupt, but my boys keep going back to the thing. They said, my one boy, and I'm not going to say who he is, a pretty well-known guy, but he goes, and I'll put it this way, he's probably one of the most well-respected fighters out right now. And he goes, Burns, go back to both their fights or both their stoppages and the counts. Do both their counts. See who got the longer count. He goes, Belcher was awarded 11 to 12 second count each time he went down, more each time. when AJ went down, he thinks they were at 6 or 7, and they waved the fight off. So we're not the only ones that are seeing it.
Point. Yeah, excellent point. So again, you're at 6 or 7 as the fucking champion of the organization, and they're gonna wave you off. Like, somebody please make that make sense to me. We all know from a fighter's perspective, it's not your job to come in and win the title. It's your job to come in and take the title away from the champion.
Yep.
Your job is to take that.
100%.
And what we just saw was somebody come in and get beat up and then land a couple of shots and get a waved off champion. And guys, I hate to do this. I hate to be this guy. I really do. I hate to be this fucking guy, but I'm gonna do it. Feldman and his family are from Philly. They built their prominence off of the heavyweight division. And the guy who has won that and continued to reign that.
Michael, the point is the fight getting called off at 7 when he was obviously getting up. That's the point of kind of what we're nowhere near as tough as Alan. Okay, I see where you're at. I got you. I got you. I see where you're at.
Sorry, I'm have people unreal.
Facts.
How do you take this away from him? Like,
just like that?
Well, literally just like that. But that's what bothers me.
Just like that?
Being like Josh, Brian, Josh. You guys are all human beings. You're all human beings. You understand what it's like to have something you worked for taken away from you. And what we're seeing right now is literally a man, and please forgive me for being dramatic, but I'm going to do it. Literally the first African American man in 133 years to win a bare knuckle world title. Rephrase: the first man to win the heavyweight world title in 133 years. On top of that, he's like the first African American since Jack Johnson to be recognized in this whole scheme of things. And now, because he doesn't post enough on Instagram and he doesn't get enough followers.
Yeah, so as far as that goes, I literally am just kind of playing this this stuff. I mean, I really don't care that much, but I'm just playing the because that whole thing was pretty controversial. We're trying to count the with Alan, we think he's getting kind of an extended count, of course, with the short count, the wave off of AJ. So that's where we're at with that. Not so much trying to be bold. I mean, if they want to say it's copyright, okay.
Copyright it. Copyright it. No, it's not copyright. Dude.
Maybe they shouldn't make crazy bold moves, and maybe we wouldn't have to super analyze it by going back and forth over it 20 times. You know what I mean? I don't know.
All right, so hold on. Can I pause everybody for a second?
You can absolutely pause.
was there no major fight announcement after the fights? Was there no, outside of the conversation with Belcher, was there no big announcements or anything?
I
Nope.
don't know. I know that. So some of my boys posted. Hang on. Some of my boys posted. Said less than 30 seconds before they even raised his hand, said he won. BKFC had already put up a post saying Belcher won. Tell me that wasn't already prefabbed. I mean, BKFC is quick, but they're not that quick. So fuck, dude, whatever.
BKFC is the slowest organization. Oh God, dude, this.
Yeah,
I literally
that's
cannot.
fucking crazy, man.
No, we're like, it hurts my soul, and I know I've been drinking, and this is all over the place, but it legitimately hurts my soul to see people quite literally fight for their lives and livelihood. And somebody as fucking mediocre as Dave Feldman can be like, yeah, that's cool. That's okay. I'll make the decisions for this human being. Like, you're no. You're not a good enough human being to tell other human beings how to live their lives. So why is it that all of the people that I know and see are just breaking their fucking backs for these assholes? These fucking just total goddamn scumbags. And Josh, fucking record me, bro, because I'm totally down to get into
brother, this is live. It's about as recorded as it gets.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are live.
Yeah, brother, this is live. They don't get much more.
Right. Good. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm glad you can hear me because finally you have an inside voice of the bullshit that happens behind the
scenes. Hey, we'll give you a breather, Tom. Let me give you a breather. Hold on. So the people watching, the people in the chat, and by the way, I appreciate you that you're here, and obviously some of you are here because of the whole controversy that just happened, because I definitely a big swell once the show was over. What do you guys think? Are we talking nonsense? Do we make any sense to you? Did it seem like a weird count? You know, we're counting like 7, right? We're getting the 7 that's being waved off. Do you see what we see? Are we looking through, rose-colored glasses? Like, are we seeing this from a different angle? Are we too involved? Are we too this? Are we too that? What are you guys looking at? What do you see? How do you feel about it?
I'll tell you what I feel about it, Josh. Fucking furious.
I'm gonna be the first one to tell you guys. Like, I obviously entered this whole arena pretty biased in favor of AJ, but I will be honest with you. I can still step outside my biases and look at it and be like, clearly after watching the replays, you can clearly see that there was longer counts elsewhere. That's one. And then 2, how do you stop a world title fight on the count of 7? The only thing that makes us look, but the only thing that will retract what we're saying and be wrong is if AJ comes out and goes, no, I told Glenn I was done it. And if he did say, which we couldn't see, if he did verbally say it, and that's why he called it off, then we have no argument. It's a wrap.
Sure.
I clearly, I didn't see his mouth. We couldn't see his mouth. He's looking at the mat. I don't see AJ doing that, but also AJ was very, let's just say very copacetic, very, very mutual at the end of the fight. Didn't look really upset. I don't know. I'm not AJ. I can't go into his mind, but off of what we've seen,
that's fair.
Off of what we see, analytically speaking, as we break it down, 100% Belcher got longer count. Belcher got the benefit of the doubt. And the second AJ looked like he might even be in trouble, it was waved off. Now remember, AJ's the champion. At the end of the day, the champion is always, it's like a tie. Like when you throw a first base and you throw a tie goes to the runner. Same concept. No matter what happens, the champion's always got the favor because he's the champion. Like you should give the benefit of the doubt to the champion at all times. That was the exact opposite tonight. It was almost as if he came in as the fucking complete underdog, and it wasn't even supposed to be there by the way that the fight was conducted.
The complete underdog. Yeah, no, you're absolutely right, Josh. That's
just what I'm looking at.
That's what. No, you're 100% correct. It's regardless of situation or circumstance, the champion comes in and the champion gets home territory. We'll say he gets homeland rules. Like like you said, when it comes to the first base, if you're running first, the guy who made it, he's granted in hometown field versus the guy who fucking caught the ball. I'm drunk and I'm miscommunicating, so you get what I'm saying. You're absolutely correct.
Well, Tim has a point, Tom. Maybe you can kind of help address this. Because I remember I believe I brought this up maybe a few weeks ago when AJ made that post about how he was losing some motivation, and I think I even asked you, how serious do you think it is? So this guy right here, Tim just brought up, what if AJ retires after this? He said he was having some issues with motivation a little while back. And again, that goes back to that conversation me and you had when I asked you, how serious do you think AJ was about that post? Was it just him trying to mess with Belcher, by posting that kind of stuff?
Look, I can tell you, and I'm not trying to cut you off, but I can tell you this much. Yeah. I've talked to AJ a few times this camp because, obviously we've talked. Yeah. Obviously I'm fighting DC, and I like AJ. AJ and I've always gotten along. Yeah. And there's a lot of motivating factors. It has nothing to do with his fighting spirit of being a fighter. It's a simple fact of compensation, the way that he's treated, the way that he feels. It's everything that surrounds it. And I can't speak for him. This is my opinion. This is how I can decipher it from speaking to him the little bit that we have. I would take it as there's a lack of respect given to him and support that he felt in the position that he was in, that he felt that he probably should have got a little more. And I think that drains, and that's fair. What anybody said, that drains the balloon. If you have a balloon, it's filled with positivity. His balloon was being drained by outside sources, not himself. So going into it, just like this, I mean, you're going to have the heavyweight title down where basically you're going to his hometown. You're going to his hometown. They didn't try to make it up in Chicago or any up where he's favored as a champion. They take it down to his hometown. So I'm not speaking for AJ, but my opinion is when he was making those comments, I do think AJ's a master mind manipulator when it comes to fights. But I also believe there was truth to that when he just felt not appreciated, and he felt, almost as if it was just. I want to say decompressed as far as all the excitement and build up on the champion. He doesn't have that. He doesn't have them rolling out the red carpet. They don't have him. Hey, I promise you and I love Dave. I'm going to say this. I'm going to tell you guys, because I love Dave Feldman. I love Mike Vasquez. Both those guys don't like each other, but I'll be honest. Both have treated me great, but I promise you this. I do not see Feldman jumping in the fucking ring and lifting AJ up off the fucking canvas, supercharged if AJ would have won. I promise you that much. And that much and that's not me being a dick. Maybe Dave let his emotions get a hold of him and he did something that I believe optically was absolutely incorrect.
It was weird.
It's absolutely incorrect.
It's fucking weird.
Because even Dana White favors. He has favors. So he's like, oh, John Jones is the best. But he doesn't do that shit. He'll openly say, I think John Jones is the best. He's the best mixed martial artist. If he wins this heavyweight title, he'll go down as the best ever. But he'll say shit like that. But you don't see him jumping in the motherfucking ring, lifting the fight, doing a Conor McGregor, jumping over the fucking cage to try to get to his boy to lift him up and do shit. You know what I'm saying? It's bad optics. It's just bad optics all the way around.
Josh, I can agree with you.
Hold on. I got something for you. Hold on.
All right.
I'm back. I had to fix my food real quick.
Hey, would you shut the fuck up about food, bro? Come on, man. Listen, it's like 12:20, bro. Hey, did I ever tell you about this time I knocked Shoemaker out in like 6 seconds? It was one shot, just like this. Dink.
I'm saying, I'm just eating green food over here, man. Can I enjoy my green food?
No.
I was about to make a terrible joke, but
Oh, Jesus. Hang on. I'm going to guess what, guys? I just got a photo sent to me. I've got to save it to my phone, and I'm going to pull it up on my phone. So you guys
It might be the same
it.
one I have. Hold on.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
That one?
Yep.
There you go. I want the other picture where it's the other way around and where it's Dave lifted him up.
Oh my god, dude! Like,
Thank
and
you
this
for the
was
title,
like,
Mr. Feldman.
all right, so I'm going to make this way deeper than I have to, but I'll say it anyway. So I'm pretty sure everybody here knows that of the like 10 major news networks, there's like 3 people who own it. Like there's 3 major companies who own all the news networks. So no matter what you see in the news, it's what those people want you to see.
Right.
It's the same thing with Dave. And please pull that picture back up. Pull that picture back up. Look at Dave like a politician. And look at Belcher like a soldier who just won a war that was, god damn it, my election sent it. You have to win this war.
I say
like,
this. Look at the
when I look at this picture, man, it's like I see a guy who is just betting every dollar he has on this human being like he's some fucking soldier of fortune.
Here, look at this. Pull this up here. Focus in on that picture. Look at AJ. This is directly at it. Does that look like a guy that was hurt or anything? He's sitting there, hands on his hips, laughing, going, I knew it. I fucking knew it. I knew that it was going to be some bullshit.
And
look at
that's my point. That's my point. And we don't even have to make this racial. We can just say that somebody was meant to win this fight. And somebody wasn't. And if you look back on all the media buildup, there was very similar to Russia and Ukraine. There wasn't any positivity in AJ's realm. Everything leading up to this fight was about Belcher. And Belcher won on a bullshit fucking decision. And we see the guy who owns the company running in, celebrating the man who won on the bullshit. It's like, if, ladies and gentlemen of the world, if you do not see this, please clean your fucking eyes. Because the filters that you put on Instagram and Facebook and Snapchat are the exact same filters that the governing body puts on reality. Yeah. And it comes to something so simple as this. And I'm not saying that this situation was a grand conspiracy.
I was just saying the same thing, David.
This situation is a very blatant, obvious falsification of facts.
Same thing.
The facts are that AJ Adams beat the fuck out of Alan Belcher for 80 out of 90 seconds. And 7 of those seconds, according to the referee, AJ was on the ground.
Yeah, so
How
one of my
are we
boys
supposed
just
to
watched the
believe
fight,
reality?
and he said that if you listen to the thing, he goes, you can hear him. They think that you can hear him go to 10, and they're like, he counted to 10 seconds and 6 seconds is what some of the people that are slowing it
How do you
down.
know the
That's how.
10
That's what. In other words, he was like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, like that. Where Belcher, he was like 1, looked around, 2, looked around, 3, looked around. So you got they're fucked because
All right.
people are
Even if
analyzing the shit out of this.
Josh, even if that was the case, the ref never made it to 10.
That's what I'm saying. No,
He never made it to 10. He made it
this
to
is where
7.
this is where the conspiracy bullshit like takes root to where it has validity, because for fuck's sake, Belcher got 11 count and a 12 count, slow counts, and then, oh, are you okay? Are you okay? Do you really want to go? Do you really want to go? Okay, let's keep going. We even all 4 of us were sitting there going, oh, it's over. Oh, wait a minute,
Right.
they're gonna let him keep fighting. What the fuck? We all said it.
Yes.
You go back on this stream, you'll see it. And then when AJ's down, we're all like, oh, he's good. You heard me go, all right, JJ, come on, get up. And next thing you wave it off, like, what the fuck?
Yeah, no, I think you said it. There were 3 or 4 times when this fight should have been over. And then boom, the knockdown happened. And it was over in the wrong direction. So again,
Well,
I'm glad we're on the same page. There is something going on here. And I'm so glad this picture is still here. Because God, like, look at that. Like, look at that.
It's
something.
It's something.
Oh shit! Hey guys, go to their Instagram. Go to the Instagram where they made that post about Belcher or about winning it. Go look at the post. Look at the comments. They're ripping them apart. They're ripping BKFC apart. They're ripping them apart. They fucking saying that they robbed their own champion.
As they should, because when was the last time you saw somebody who was betting money on a situation and scenario?
Holy fuck, bro.
Dive in head first to congratulate that person. Like, this almost makes me think, like, how desperate is Dave Feldman and how deep are the pockets of the people?
Which post on the Instagram?
I'm trying to find it. They were telling me. So there's one where you see Dave run up cheering him. I'm trying to look for the other one because they're saying it was the. Oh, did they take it down? Hang on. It was the very first one. You see AJ in the background. AJ in the background. Yeah, AJ in the background, hands on his knees,
smiling. Hands on his hips.
Fuck, even OG Shawnee Mac was like,
all right,
even OG Shawnee Mac's like, Jesus, that was
I'm
fast.
gonna connect that to the stream here. Hold on, let me.
My hair is terrible, gentlemen. Sorry. All right, play it. Let's see it.
Hold on. So this is.
It goes counts seemed off. That's not
7.
Belcher's fault.
That was 7. Goes up. Look at Feldman. In there. First person in the ring. Just like you said, Josh. First.
the ref won the fight for Belcher.
Fucking A. All right. So hold on. All right. So I just want to pause because, well, I have to make everything about me. But on top of that, you said something earlier, Josh, about how Mike Vasquez is probably one of the nicest dudes you've ever met in like the sports community.
Yeah, Mike Vasquez is a real deal. And I'll be honest with you, before we go further with that, Dave Feldman has never done me wrong. He's always been good to me. So I don't have a problem with Dave. I don't like this situation. I don't like the optics of this situation. But yes, Mike Vasquez has also been a top-notch guy. And if it wasn't for Mike Vasquez, just so you guys know, I probably wouldn't be fighting right now because when I fought in Florida last time, I guess I pushed the ref's hand off of me, which I didn't know I did, walking away from him. You're not supposed to touch the referee. And thank you to Mike Vasquez for bringing that to him and Tom. Oh, come on, help me out. Tommy. Jesus criminy. What's Tommy with BKFC? Sconzo helped me with that with them. So between Mike Vasquez and Tommy Sconzo, they helped me get reinstated because I was permanently going to be banned because I put my hands on a referee, which wasn't the case. I pushed them off of me. I didn't realize it. But so these guys are all good guys. I just think absolutely at this point in time with this, I mean, I'm going through more of these comments. 100%. It's just really bad optics. Everything combined is just bad optics for the BKFC. And there's just no two ways about it.
So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna let all this kind of marinate. I know how it seems right now, and I know how I feel right now. I'm gonna let it marinate. I'm gonna go back and watch this a few more times, and just maybe let it marinate tomorrow and see how it feels tomorrow. But
you said, we don't know what Adams. We don't know if AJ said he was done with his hands on his knees. We couldn't see his mouth, so I can't make that. I mean, I just sent AJ a text, anyways. Of course, he's not going to respond yet, but I'll find out because AJ's about as straight shooter as they come. He will not bullshit. He'll be like, "Nah, bro, I thought I was done." He would tell me. So, but to me, from the outside, the optics of it looks really bad, and it's shameful if that's how it happened. It's very shameful. So that's my opinion, and I am slightly biased because obviously I was pulling for AJ, but regardless, I can be a man, separate myself from it, and look at it from a third party view and go, no matter how you want to look at it, no matter how it comes apart, there's right and there's wrong, and it doesn't look like it was done properly. That's my opinion.
and that's what I want to make sure, because I think I would probably say it's probably safe. It's probably safe to say we're probably all a little biased towards AJ for one reason or another, right? So I guess I just want to make sure we're seeing it right. I think we are, but I just I said, I would love to hear what AJ's response is to that, just because, like you said, if there was something he said that you just could not hear,
right, that
would literally shut down everything.
No, because I can tell you guys, when I fought Frank Tate, and I've never been knocked down in my life, and I got knocked down like fucking 5 times on the fit. I was not discombobulated. I was there, but I knew my head was fucked up. I knew I was fucked up. It wasn't my night. And I looked at the ref, and he goes, "All right, you ready?" I go, "No, it's not my night." And he goes, "Are you sure?" I go, "Look at me." I go, "You can watch it." I go, "Look at me. It's not my night." He's like, "Okay, it's over." But even that, the ref even questioned what I said and said just immediate call in it. So it can be stopped by the verbal from the fighter, but we do not have the privy of being able to see what he said, if he said anything, because if not, it's just a really bad look, period. No two ways about it.
So it's such a dynamic in emotion from the way the event ended last week with that crazy shit with Richmond and Hunt, right?
Yeah.
Such a dynamic fast forward to this week to this. What a fucking dichotomy of like just everything, the entire thing just completely different.
Yep. 100%. Yeah. Ugh. Crazy way for the night to end, but yeah. Well, I think it would be smart to just I know we're a little fired up, but we'll just let it, as you say, marinate.
Yeah.
Find out what really happened.
Yeah,
and,
for sure.
Clearly the optics of it right now, it just doesn't look right.
On its face, it looks weird.
Yeah,
it looks bad.
Looks a little bit off. So, but 100%. Like I said, I'm sure fucking Tom already texted him too. So I texted AJ. We'll see because AJ will probably respond because that's AJ, and we all know as fighters, when I knocked out Shoemaker, I had fucking almost 3,000 messages within a 2-hour period, which I stayed up all night. I didn't sleep. I love to respond. By the way, I knocked Shoemaker out in like 6 seconds. Anyways, back off of that. But when I lost to Frank Tate, I probably only got about 150 messages, and so I'm assuming AJ's not going to be overwhelmed with text. So hopefully, we'll get to the bottom of this quickly. So yeah, I know you wanted to hear that one more time, so I hooked you up.
It's fucking great, man. I tell you, I'm gonna clip those out. I swear I am.
Oh, beautiful.
What a way to end the show.
Well, gentlemen, I appreciate you guys letting me come hang out with you for the fights.
Absolutely.
Good. And we'll get to the bottom of this and find out what's going on. And don't forget, I've got those. I don't have them sitting with me, but my hammer gummies. You guys send me your addresses. I want you guys' honest opinions. And if you guys dig them, sweet. Then I can peddle them like a drug
you do.
dealer.
We'll do it on stream. I'll do it on video.
Well,
like, share, and subscribe.
Does it work that fast? That I don't know. I don't do this stuff. It scares the shit out of me.
20, 30 minutes. I don't know. I know, like, usually when I take it, it usually takes about 30 minutes for it to kick in.
Okay. I'm not a man's man like Mr. Shoaff, so I'll stay over here with my sparkling water and my apples, and I'll let you guys do the man stuff. Deal? So cool. But anyways, all right, gentlemen, I appreciate you guys. Everyone have a great night.
Absolutely,
Be
man.
safe.
Thanks for hopping on, man.
Yes, sir.
Guys. All right, gentlemen, I'll talk to you soon.
Have a good one, Josh.
Later.
I'm out of here, guys. I'm gone. Peace.
Me too. Pleasure, fellas.
I guess that's it. Everybody have a good night.
Yes, sir.
Deuces.